do a little dance.
Make a little love.
Get down tonight. I said move your mic tonight. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I was trying to think of something witty to say, and my brain literally did like a factory reset. It was just like I could hear like the
can never
old,
be witty.
the old modem internet noise just playing in my head and nothing else. Oh man, it's Final Fantasy 16 time.
It's Final Fantasy 16 time. What's up, nobody?
Hi, nobody.
Sid is here.
I made a jab in our Discord about, I was like, every time that Sid comes back to stream, he's like, you make like the joke, it was like, is anyone even gonna remember who I am?
Yep.
And everyone jumped in and was like, how could we ever forget Sid? Sid is daddy.
Sid is the mischief.
And how could we ever stream Final Fantasy 16 without Sid? Because Sid is here, and Sid is in the game. It's Sid and Sid and Sid in the game. Sid here playing the game.
Sidception.
With Sid in the game. Sid's in the game. Sid's a gamer.
that is the farthest from the truth. Sid the gamer.
I mean, we're here. We're doing it live.
Sid the G-A-Weimer.
Hey, rise up, gamers.
Do I continue or do I load?
Excellent question. Let's load to be safe, because my file's on here too. I'm pretty sure continue would have been right, but yeah. Yeah, hide away. That's where you are.
That's where I am.
Yeah.
That's me.
Level 11, baby.
How did I already get to level 11? That seems impressive.
You're playing it on easy mode. Well, I don't know. I guess this is, I was gonna be like, it just gives you these items by default, but you picked story focus, so it is easy mode.
Okay, cool.
Torgal, look at him, he's such a good boy! Oh yeah, we're meeting Blackthorn. So you remember last time we played this when I talked about a character who has an outfit that drives me insane.
Yes.
This man is a blacksmith.
Yes.
And whenever you talk to him, look at his sleeves. The leather on his sleeves is so cracked and worn down and ruined. Replace your shoulder pads, Blackthorn. You deserve better.
Well, we are in Broketown, to be fair.
So?
At least he's wearing his apron.
I mean, yes. But, like, it's made clear later that he does know how to work leather. It's like, bruh. I mean, I understand. Listen.
There's a resource I can't talk. Shortage.
I was gonna say that, like, I am a tailor and my clothes look like shit. I understand that the shoemaker's kids always go barefoot. But however, Blackthorn, you deserve. Or at least, like, see how loosely they're tied on? I can't remember what that stitch is called. But, like, just take them off. Just take them off. They're not offering you any real protection anyway, and you would look better without them. Believe me. Believe me.
Wait a second. I might have to disagree with that. I like the frayed edge.
I hate it. It's so nasty looking. It drives me insane every time I see it. I hate it.
See, I like it a little nasty.
You would.
You're like a little nasty daddy.
I do love Blackthorn, though, as a character.
Just hate his outfit.
Please respect yourself, Blackthorn. I mean, when we go back to Sid, I have things to say about Sid's outfit.
No time for idle chatter.
I'm not here to talk. I'll be accompanying Sid to Lost Wing, and I need you to see to my equipment.
Well, it sounds like you're here to talk.
Grieger to our holy bedchamber for all I care. I'm not lifting a finger for you.
Is that so?
Oh, wait.
It's been so long since I've played the beginning, I forgot you literally have to bribe him with rum. He's just like, listen, I'm busy, I'm working. Listen, I understand this too. You can't just walk up to me when I'm mid-stitch and be like, hey, I'm doing some important shit. I need you to drop everything and work on my fucking outfit. And I'm like, bro.
I'm working on lots of important shit.
Yeah, I have a lot of important shit to do. Who the hell are you? But if you gave me continental rum, I might reconsider.
I was about to say, if you give me booze for anything, I'll probably do it.
Depends on the booze, but I do like rum.
Well, yeah, no, that is also a true statement. I used to be, when I was younger, definitely like I'll drink anything.
Oh, that was me when I was young, too.
But at this point, I've got taste.
So that's because I didn't know any better. I was just like, alcohol, yeah. The only thing is that even when I was young, I've never liked beer. Never. Not once. When I was a teenager, I tried to drink beer.
I can drink certain beers.
But, like, I've never... And everyone's like, it's an acquired taste. You haven't had the right one. Like, bitch, it's the same thing as, like, people who are like, you don't like grits? You just haven't put the right thing in it. No, bitch. I just don't like it. Like, I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna acquire the taste. I don't like it.
I would agree that beer is an acquired taste for the most part. But you have to like the notes of it. Kind of like wine. Like, wine can be an acquired taste. Not everybody's gonna like wine the first time they try it. But you have to like the notes of the wine. There has to be something that you like in it.
Yeah, that has never once ever happened.
Exactly.
For me, with any beer.
So then you don't like beer, and that's perfectly valid.
Yeah.
I don't like carrots.
I like raw carrots. And only raw carrots.
I will eat a carrot if it is the thing that is around. Or if you
they're
put it in something,
a great snack.
I will eat it. I will never... I don't think there's a food ever that I would absolutely be like, no, I hate this to the point you could never put it in something and I just will not eat it.
I have a long list of foods that are like that for me. I'll starve.
But I will never purposefully buy carrots for myself.
I do all the time, and then I like inevitably wind up wasting some of it because I never actually eat enough of it before it goes bad because I don't know. I want to complain that they don't sell it in small enough portions, but then when you deal with small portions, you have to deal with like
Plastic
the plastic.
waste.
Yeah, it's obnoxious.
Yeah.
Anyways, got shit to do. Blackthorn, give us our fucking equipment.
Okay, so it's a spirit better suited to stripping oil from a painter's canvas than consumption.
Oh, you know what? I don't know then.
Grants overworked conscripts a few rare moments of sweet oblivion on their long, arduous sea journeys north from the continent.
I mean, if it gets the job done, I guess. I've had vodka that's like that before. It's just like...
Do you want that?
Absolutely. What is it called?
Take it back.
I was trying to remember the...
Absolute. No.
No, it's not absolute. Begins with it. Aristocrat.
Aristocrat.
No need to be hasty. Let's have a look at you.
Look at his scar. Isn't it rad?
It is very red. I'd lick it.
I doubt that lot could stay a Moogle's fart. Bloody Imperials. They'd rather see their bearers dead than kitted out properly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
act
true.
for it.
I'll do what I can, as a favor to Goot's mind.
Cool.
Sweet.
The crafting of new gear as well as upgrading of existing gear can be done at the... There's a button there. Blacksmith.
Oh, that's just the icon for it.
Oh, okay.
This is where you'll come to get stuff. Like, it'll be at stores, too, but none of... You don't... It doesn't matter.
I'm super burpy right now, by the way.
Blackthorn has the good shit, always. The store stuff does not matter.
As long as you have the recipe for proper materials, select a highlighted item from the list, hold X. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. No doubt.
Just hold X.
Equipment. Yeah, sure.
See? They made it easy. Easy peasy.
Square. You want anything else, you bring your own materials.
Yes, sir.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you.
You'll bear that in mind?
He is kind of... Well...
Don't let Sid decide.
I meant bearer. I was thinking of bear. I just realized you meant bear. Like a bear. Oh, that's funny.
I don't think he has enough hair to be a bear. He's kind of like... What are they called? Hunks. A little bit of hunkage going on.
I don't know what the word would be. But yeah, I mean, he is hunky.
I think it's better. I think it's more hunk than bear. He has to be hairier and more gut.
Yes.
Anyway.
This is just icons on maps. You know what those are.
Yeah, sure. Upper right hand corner. I'm just trying to read it quickly, although I don't read quick, so who am I kidding? I don't know what any of that
suppose I
means.
should thank
You can tell
Pete.
me.
Karen's Toll is just the shop. I love Karen. She rules.
Hey, dude.
The gift worked. You have my thanks.
Aww.
Nearly there.
I also love Goots. He's such a big baby.
Who does he remind me of? Hodor.
Yeah,
Kinda
he
reminds
is
me
like
of
Hodor, and I think Karen is supposed to be based off of Old Nan, but like, she's definitely not. You'll like her.
Okay. Don't love her name.
Blankets, quick as you like.
Yeah.
That guy looks uncomfortable.
All right, we make him comfortable while the bed's made up.
He does look uncomfortable.
You're just gonna stand there? Someone fetch some water.
I'll get the bucket. You go and see if Otto needs out, eh?
Yes, sir.
Wait, me?
He's
Yes.
like, I just got here. Who's Otto? I don't even know any of these people. I mean, I know all these people, but
What the hell have I got myself into? Who are they?
Huh? They're freed Imperial bearers.
Me too.
Who the hell are you?
that's me. I'm also a freed Imperial bearer.
Can't you see the thing on my face?
Yeah, it's pretty
Think you can
apparent.
find your way up them stairs to the infirmary? We need Tyre. Well, go on. Shift your ass.
Okay. I thought I had to get Otto.
That is Otto.
Okay.
Was Ty the one looking after Jill?
They said curmudgeon.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is
I've
that
heard
his last name, or are they calling him a curmudgeon?
Yeah, they're calling him a curmudgeon, which I don't remember what that term means.
It's like a whatchamacallit? Like a, not rogue, like a poor, shady, usually homeless, kind of like
Just scamp.
yeah, a scamp. Exactly.
Yeah.
He's
All
a
right.
scamp. Dirty old scamp.
Your
Dirty
friend
curmudgeon.
needs her rest. There'll
Oh.
be time for tearful reunions once she's recovered.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not here for Jill. You're wanted downstairs. There are injured bearers in need of attention.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I just did.
I did say so.
Sometimes I forget. I love how sassy Clive can be.
I just said so. He's dead.
Hey, the other bearer is me. I also hurt my shoulder.
He's going to be all right. But I'll need to examine them both in the infirmary.
Oh, that made a noise.
My work's just begun.
Oh, nobody says it's also a person who is deeply stuck in their ways. I haven't
Oh.
heard that before. I also might have been talking out of my ass, so, like, forgive.
I'll believe anything anyone tells me, honestly, because, like, I've heard the term curmudgeon, but
At the hideaway.
Do many of the bearers who come here arrive in this state?
kind of implied to be gruff. Yeah, that is Otto. That's Otto.
By the time most pluck up the courage, they're already too far gone.
Yeah.
These two here are the lucky ones. The name's Otto. You need anything? You ask me.
Well, Otto, I do need some supplies.
Do you now? Then Lady Karen over there,
Karen!
happy to help you.
Right.
It took me a while to warm up to Otto, specifically because his name is Otto.
Not likely.
Just watching this coming off of House of the Dragon, thinking about Otto Hightower, I'm like, fuck this guy. Fuck Otto.
Oh, here. Consider yourself welcome.
He's fine.
You helped us today, and we won't forget it.
Okay, so I have a different association with the name Otto. So I automatically like him.
Oh, good.
Also that they called him curmudgeon. An ill-tempered person full of resentment and stubborn notions. Okay. So,
I
like,
could see that being kind of Otto. Yeah.
so I guess I assumed that curmudgeon was always kind of a quote-unquote lowlife, because a lot of the times in, like, because you hear curmudgeon in, like, old, like, not old English, but, like, English, more so English, media and stuff. And usually a person that's a curmudgeon they are often depicted in these media platforms as like low life, kind of down on their luck people, but they also have those traits of being gruff and stubborn.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it's kind of like I got it mixed up in my head.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, it's a low life, but they're also referring to these quote unquote low lives because they have these traits. I don't know if I'm making sense.
No,
with that
you're making sense. Yeah.
Okay. Also, I can forgive Karen now because her name is spelled really cool.
Yeah, and once you get to know her, you'll love her.
But I did want to say what my association with the name Otto is.
Oh, do. Go ahead.
I had a cat named Otto when I was a kid, and we named Otto after the bus driver from The Simpsons, if anybody remembers
I
that guy.
thought you were going to say something in the lines of Otto from Rocket Power.
Oh, that's also a good Otto.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was, when I was a kid, my family was obsessed with The Simpsons, and so we named our cat Otto after the bus driver.
Nice.
Which, if you remember that character, because he's not super obscure, but he's not like main cast material.
I remember him.
Just a super stoner
Yeah.
punk.
I remember him.
Yeah, Otto's great.
I don't know if it's because I just obsess over House of the Dragon, or if it's because I know this game was inspired by A Song of Ice and Fire, but the moment he showed up, he doesn't look exactly like Otto Hightower, but his appearance sorta, and his voice sorta, like, it's vague enough where I was just like, I immediately don't trust you, my man. Because fuck Otto Hightower, he is a piece of shit in both the show and the book. But I did him wrong. He's alright. There are plenty of people in this game to hate. Otto is not one of them.
Hideaway's Eatery is called the Fat Chocobo.
Yes!
I love it.
And I was gonna say, this music that's playing in the background is actually Sid's theme.
We do love Sid. We always love Sids in this house.
Hi, Karen.
I need supplies.
Oh, I love your eyes.
Yeah, she has a glass eye.
Provide them.
What's that? Does the newcomer think it proper to make demands of a poor old matron before even introducing himself?
He walked right into that one.
It's Clive.
Well, Clive, I hear that dog is yours. Since he followed Sid home one night, I've seen to it that his chin's rubbed and his belly fed. Though I suppose that's your job now. Unless you lose him again.
I won't. Not again. Thank you for watching him.
So, were you gonna buy something? What? You didn't think I'd shower your lordship with my hard-won wares while you swagger about with a pocket full of gil? Life doesn't work that way.
Gil.
lad. Now, let's see some coin.
Do I even have any coin?
Yeah, I was like, what Gil? Do you think they give bears Gil? Hoomst. But yeah, I
have
feel like
516.
Oh yeah. Where do you even get that from? I don't.
People I've stabbed.
You don't necessarily need to buy the sword because you'll pretty quickly be able to just get a better one from Blackthorn. It's up to you. Oh, you already have full like potions and stuff, so do whatever you want, really.
What if I just don't want to buy anything?
Oh, well then don't.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's all.
Why, you've barely a guilty name.
Yeah. A bear.
You're taking his side now. And after all I've done for you. All right. All right, I can make an exception. But just this once, mind. My stores are getting cluttered and I need to make room for the next shipment.
Thank you.
Thank me? Thank your dog.
He's a good boy.
He is a good boy. I will bring him by every day so you can pet him.
She just loves that damn dog. Also, I mean, she's just a mood, man. Like, that's gonna be me in a few years, honestly. I'm just gonna be like Karen.
Oh, I have to hold it.
Oh, yes. I'm gonna tell you right now, you will never need to do anything with this stone.
Oh. But it's a pretty stone.
It's pretty for sure. You don't need it. None of this is important. It has nothing to do with the game. This is all stuff if you want to replay the levels later and get, like, achievements and...
Do I need to commence training?
No. You super don't. You don't need any of this shit. I didn't touch anything in this thing until after I'd beaten the game, basically.
Okay.
You don't need it.
How do I get out of here, then?
Oh, circle? Shit, it's gonna make you do it once. Okay, so then, yeah, commence training, I guess.
Commence to training!
But then when after that, you don't need to touch it ever again. Tremor! Hi, Tremor, how are you?
Hi, Tremor. I already forgot how to fight.
Well, then it's a good thing that you did do the training. You press square a lot.
Okay, I am pressing square. Cool.
And when it slows down and tells you to hit R1, you hit R1. That's the gist of it when it's on story mode.
Okay, I think I remember now.
Oh, that's neat. In training mode, it shows you, like, your string of combos. Nice.
Okay, so square is melee, triangle is magic. This is the switcheroo.
Yeah, but
Okay, I remember.
the easy mode equipment you have on combines it all to where if you just hit square a lot, it does it automatically. Like, technically, if you hold one of the shoulder buttons, it'll open up another menu of moves, but, like, you don't need to worry about it. Square does everything for you.
It's just fun to hit another button every once in a while.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, like, the AI or whatever, I don't know what the right word is. It's not AI, but, like, sometimes the auto-attacking doesn't do exactly what you want it to do. So if you know what you want and it's not doing it, you can just, you know. There's been times where, like, I deviated. Hello, Kimmy. Hello, Sid. I was just thinking about the early days watching you do Earthbound speedruns. You know, I was thinking about Earthbound speedruns the other day, too. I wish I could come out of retirement, but I've come to find that this injury on my arm is never going away, and I'm stuck with it for the rest of my life. So, something like grinding speedruns is just not even possible for me anymore, which makes me kind of sad. But I have thought about it a few times. Of just coming back and every once in a while and being like, let's de-rust a little bit of Earthbound and then put it away again for many, many months or years. I also stopped because I don't associate with Speedruns Live or speedrun.com anymore. There are a lot of shit people there. But I've thought about coming back and doing PBs just for me and not posting them anywhere.
I just miss...
That's enough.
Whatchamacallit? Sort of streaming in general because I play more diverse video games when I stream. Because when I'm not streaming, I end up playing the same video games and the same, like, genre.
Oh, bitch, I hear you. I just started playing Stardew again. Stardew was 7 years old, did you know? Though, to be fair, this time I busted out, like, I looked for, like, really intricate mods and found some insane,
You lose.
mods that changed the whole game. So it's like playing it fresh, you know? So... Expanded? Stardew Valley Expanded? Stardew Valley Extended? I can't remember. It's insane. It's like DLC, basically.
I also just miss hanging out with people and busting out my jokester mode. Not that I'm funny, but I like to pretend that I'm funny.
Well, and I feel like, I don't know. Like, we could just be playing this together on the couch or whatever, but there's something that's always more fun about having all of y'all here, too, that we start up conversations we probably wouldn't have had.
Right, if we were
hanging
just,
out.
like, straight up playing.
Why is this a NASCAR track of infinite mobs? Wait. I thought it was going to end at a point. Can you hit the start button?
The what?
Maybe you can end it. No? Hit back. Hit the big pad in the middle? Nope. Okay, well, never. Oh, end training. Triangle. Leave. Leave. Let out. Yeah, I was like, I don't remember this part. It's been a long time since I played the beginning of this, so I guess
Can
now.
I leave now? Oh my god, thank goodness I can leave now.
Thanks for pointing that out. See, I fucking didn't notice. Y'all are the best.
You all done?
Also, high fire.
Don't give me that not that funny bukkake. We love a good bukkake.
Leaving already, are ya?
It's you I'll miss the most, Lady Karen. It always is.
Don't stop you going, does it?
I'm so weak for Sid's voice.
This should be fun.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if any of y'all watched Game of Thrones, but if you remember the Theon Greyjoy side plot where he goes back to Pike, his right-hand man during that unfortunate arc is the actor that plays Sid's voice. Oh, this is the map.
Yeah, this is
You
fast
already-
travel. Yeah, I've already done that.
Makes my lady parts tremble, right? It's so good.
Pupper.
I'm so jealous of people who have voices like that, you know?
I am too. I have so much gender envy for Sid right now. Like, I will never probably go on hormones likely in my life, but I wish there was some kind of like surgery or hormone or something I could take to lower my voice.
I mean, you can do like some more training, like voice
Oh,
training.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some stuff for that.
Because I've been trying out for more trans mask roles recently, and like I looked into those roles you sent me, by the way.
Yeah.
One of them is closed, but one of them I can still audition for, and
Fuck
it's thankfully it's actually a pre-transition character. It's a trans mask character that hasn't been on hormones yet. So
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was cool that they specified that.
yeah, no, that was super cool, and I will definitely audition for that. But the other one is unfortunately closed.
Yeah, that's how it
Yeah,
goes.
yeah. Which is fine. It is how it goes. Wait, I'm going this way, right?
Wait, no. Hit the...
Big center button?
That's the local map. Those are side quests if you want to do them, but I
do
will
wanna
tell
do
you that
some
don't
quests.
matter at this point in the game very much.
Okay, well let me know when they matter more. I want some story-driven quests or something.
I just want you to spend more time with Sid. I love him.
I do want to spend
And I
time
just
with
want
Sid.
you to spend more time with him.
Again, the gender envy.
And I wanted to tell you that if it makes you feel any better about it, that this particular Sid, there's a lot of things about this Sid that make me think about you.
Don't make me blush.
I was just like, oh man, Sid is gonna love him. Because, yes,
Is he a flirt and a dumbass?
he's a whore. I love him. Whoever decided to make Sid a whore, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
What was it? I told you about this thing that was going around. I think it originated on TikTok, but I saw it on Instagram stories because I'm an old man. About the fucking hypothesis.
Yeah, the hypothesis.
I'm
yes.
a whore, in theory. A hypothesis, if you will. That is so me. I have never heard a phrase that was more me.
Yeah.
I am a hypothesis. I will never go through. I will never commit completely 100%, but I will hoe my way through life.
Yeah. 110%.
Okay.
The way out is
Where's the way to Sid?
that way. Yeah.
This
No,
way or that
that
way?
way.
Okay.
Look at the chocobos.
Hungry, are you?
I love their little butt wiggles.
I love that
They stand long enough, they just wiggle their little butts.
Are they all like white like this, or these are albino?
I think these are either albino or silver, because there's a difference. There's silver chocobo and albino chocobo. Like the one that you had in the beginning when you were a little boy. Ambrosia, that's her name. She's albino. I don't know about these ones. Usually, chocobo come in like a certain variety of colors.
I've seen
there's
yellow. I've seen brown.
I don't think I've ever seen a brown. There's red.
That might be what I'm thinking about
Sometimes-
with the brown.
Yeah, they are
Because
super
like you
dark.
can get like an auburny.
Yeah, or there are black ones.
Oh, I don't
red,
think I've
black.
seen a lot of black ones.
There's technically golden chocobo in some Final Fantasies. I don't know if I've seen one in this one. And silver.
Is this going to be safe to cross? This looks like a trap.
Oh, you can. This is just telling you this is where the map ends, so you can go.
Okay.
Yes, and I was gonna say the blue and green one. I don't know if I remember seeing it in other ones, but that's one that I noticed at this one. They look like little peacocks, and I thought that was cool. Yeah, this is where you're going. Oh man, I had a thought, and it's gone. Left. It's gone
You've got
forever.
a thought right beside you.
I do. Oh, were they in Final Fantasy VII? It's been a minute.
Oh, you wanted to say something about his outfit.
The blood flies everywhere.
Just the silhouette, look, and the shoulder pads. It's such a good fit. Everything
It is
about
very
it.
good.
The plunging V. Oh,
We do love the plunging
You
view.
want every bounty hunter in Storm harrying us from here
look at
to the Holy Capital.
It is very good.
Besides, what's wrong with a shortcut through nature's splendor? You know,
The Deadlands.
I want to make it. It's so.
That a place like this still exists is a miracle in itself.
That's true with the whole blight thing. If you
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
we'll be back in Imperial land soon. You all right?
Oh,
Never better.
so caring.
Sounds like it. That there is a fine hound. Soon took to hunting. Fearless as you like.
It's good to have you back, Torgal.
Now, we don't want to be caught in the forest after nightfall.
I suppose not.
Fanning embers.
I think I love that Sid. Like Sid is a man. Like he's super fucking like. He's badass. He's sexy. He's suave, but he's also like kind. He cares about people. Like he really cares about people. Like the whole thing about building the hideaway and like saving bearers and building a community of like brilliant minds and like building shit in a land where shit doesn't even grow. Like you had to come up with a whole new technology for that. He's smart. He's so good.
I was just gonna say he's a switch otter, but that was better.
Yeah, I mean, you're not necessarily wrong. Nurturing, yeah. Oh yeah, and Torgal. This menu was a little hard for. I tried doing this without the auto commands, and it was a little weird for me to navigate between that and the item menu. You will not need to worry about it because you will get a item that will make his thing automatic too.
Okay, so
Because it's a little bit weird, I think, but it's good.
sick, heal, ravage. Where is the pet option?
Oh, I'll tell you. Yes, the Ring of Timely Assistance. We might need to go in and switch or accessory out for this one.
Okay,
Did I mention the big deadly beasts?
where's the menu? Is it just the big middle button?
Can't handle them.
Start.
Reassuring.
There's something really appealing about someone who's capable of ripping someone a new one, but also being tender to others. Exactly. It's everything. You want to go... Yeah, items. No, not items. Never mind. Gear and icons. So R2. And... Let's see. Ring of Timely Strikes. You want, switch out the Ring of Timely Strikes. Yeah, that one. Switch that one out with the assistance, I believe. So, hit X on it. And hover over Ring of Timely Assistance. Ring of Timely are included in the Ring of... Oh, never mind. You don't have to do anything. Just kidding. The Ring of Timely Strikes also just does it automatically.
Okay, cool.
I get them confused.
You're welcome for that anti-shortcut.
Get those vibes from Kratos in the new God of War games. Ah, yes. Kratos and the boy.
Why can't I run faster? Sid is going so fast.
If you move forward for long enough, you'll sprint eventually.
I have lost track of Sid. I hope he's just going straight. Okay, cool.
Maybe they're friendly like Torgal. Or maybe they're not.
Oh, man. I mentioned that I love the music in this game. It's great.
Sick of Torgal.
Also, again, let us know if the audio balance is ever off. Because y'all get ducking and we don't, so it sounds really loud to me. But that's because it gets quieter for you guys when we talk.
Get him, boy.
I don't hope he's going straight.
Still have a way to go.
1 second, Sid. My nose itches. Okay.
I'm almost positive that Sid is a bisexual king. Look at this man. And I mean, Clive is like that too. He's a little bit more broody, but he also is a good boy who is very deadly and will kill you.
Clive is also, in my mind, he feels a bit younger than Sid.
Yeah, he's definitely younger.
So I'm cool with the broodiness.
He has a reason to be broody.
He has very much a reason to be broody. But also, I can forgive broodiness in any youngin'. And yes, 20-something is a
Whose name
youngin'.
is he doing this far south?
He's
Food.
26.
No more wolves where he's from. The north was one
He's
of the
getting
first
out of the
parts
youngin'
Storm's
phase,
fought
but
about.
he's still young. I'm still young, so he's still young.
I'll invite him over for a cup of tea.
I think he might actually be 28. Yeah, I think he's 28. But also, he's spent the last 13 years as essentially a slave and living only for revenge for his brother. That's it. That's all he's lived for. So, yeah, I understand him being broody.
Remember when I said there'd be deadly beasts? Well, the shrubs in these parts are much better.
And you only think to mention this now.
You know what to do, boy.
I think I'm right about the age thing.
Get him.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's the undergrowth sorted. I'll take it from here.
There was a thing. There was supposed to be a thing here.
Ugh, I'm so weak for flute.
What am I doing? Oh, wait, there it is. Okay, now where do I go?
Turn around?
This is...
There's a little... Yeah, there you go. The icon is really small, so sometimes you have to, like, be looking for a little diamond shape icon.
After you.
Thank you kindly.
What a gentleman.
Now, kiss.
Right? But that's the thing. I mean, this game is full of characters who I would call,
The ruins.
Sexually ambiguous.
I was gonna say, like, positive masculinity. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, people are
Some
just
say
like,
there was a time they blocked out the stars.
men can't be men. And I'm like, oh no, they can be without being pieces of shit.
Yeah.
See reference.
Probably a lesson to be learned from that. But it can wait. Come on.
It's a phrase you don't hear very often. I wish we heard it more. Wait, which phrase? Minor sins. Positive masculinity. I wish we heard it more too. I wish we saw it more.
Yeah.
I understand that, like, it has a lot to do with the way people are raised, you know?
I'd like to believe that I am, I mean, obviously I have my feminine qualities, but I'd like to think that I'm a fairly masculine person leaning.
And I'm not a man, so I can't really... Hello, Dragon. I was gonna say, first of all, I do believe that you are an example of positive masculinity. Second of all, I'm not a man, but I do believe that the femininity can... Acknowledging feminine parts of yourself can be part of being secure in your own masculinity, you know? Like,
Yeah, that's what I've always put in my own mind, at least.
because, like, gender roles are so arbitrary and
sure.
taught. It's a societal thing.
Yeah.
So, like, there's both of it, or there should be both of it in all of us.
And there definitely is, even in the most masculine of masculine people that you can think of.
The problem is that they are taught to repress these traits, like, and only display, like, the unga bunga.
Unga bunga.
Unga bunga, women my property, beat up problem, and that is only solution.
No emotion, only... Because anger is not an emotion.
Yeah, anger not an emotion, never cry. It's like, come on, man.
Only anger and stoic. Oh god, hey, this guy bothering you, babe. Fuck
Must be a
off.
nest nearby. Keep your eyes open.
But it's like, there's so many things, if you want to break down the gender roles of, like, the masculine versus feminine, there's so many positive sides to both of those. Mm-hmm. So, I do believe that men secure in their masculinity,
We won't be going this way.
like, can totally embrace their feminine sides and also, like, just be positive men. Like, and you can be a man without having those traits. I promise.
What is it, boy?
Some sort of moth and...
Oh, right. It wants you to do this. Where you hold down the joystick button. Mm-hmm. And Torgal would be like, "Come this way." But, like, if you get lost, I can always tell you where to go to. This is just where it's, like, telling you, oh, by the way, here's the pet button. Hold X. You can pet Torgal anytime that you're not in, like, a big combat area, like, zone. If you're just walking around and Torgal's with you, you can pet him as many times as you want, whenever you want.
Yes!
And that
Finally!
alone puts this in the top 3 Final Fantasy, in my opinion.
Yes!
What other Final Fantasy can you pet the dog? I'm waiting. Tell me.
And look, oh my god, he's so happy.
He's so good.
Alright, is it this way, boy? Okay, yeah.
Which are the top 3? Well, for me, it's Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy IX, and this one. 7 is not far behind, but it's been bumped down a little. I say bumped down. It's kind of, they're all on the same level, really. But, like, if I had to pick 3, 7 would be like, sorry, I hate to let you go, but I gotta let you go.
You know what to do, boy.
I've only played 15 to completion, so that's my only reference.
And I love 15, but it's not my top 3. Maybe top 5.
Damn, boy.
6 is probably my top. I need to revisit 6. Because, like, I've tried,
Your distance, boy. It's over.
but, like, the times I tried to play through 6, I was much younger, and y'all have to agree, even no matter how much you love 6, that the first hour of the game is pretty slow. Like, it's a slow burn at the start.
We did what had to be done.
And it's an older Final Fantasy, so it's a little grindy.
No, it doesn't.
But I changed my mind about it when I watched a speedrun and saw, you know, like, the mid to end part of the game, which, yeah, you know, I've been spoiled. Who hasn't at this point? It's an old game. And I've been like, wow, this game gets way better. I should give it another shot. So as an adult, I feel like I would appreciate it more and have more patience. So I will revisit it, and the music slaps. I listen to the soundtrack all the time. Here he is, Mr. Lizard.
It looks like a bearded dragon.
I love him. His name will be Jonathan. He is my friend.
You'd better hope so.
No,
This shouldn't take too.
don't kill Jonathan. Not after I've named him.
What? Still short, just not quite as quick. It'll be a damn sight quicker if you help me.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah, my very long point about the masculine-feminine thing is that this game is full of examples of good boys who are very strong men that are not toxic.
Which we love.
We love it. And I'm sure that plays a part in why I love these characters so much, especially Clive. I really love Clive.
Which I'm sorry to have included myself within the conversation. I don't know. I feel like
have every right. I was like, out of the people here, like, I don't have a dog in this race because I'm a woman, but you're a man, so, like, obviously you would be like, I hope that I am a positive man.
I feel like I have a tendency sometimes, and it's something I'm trying to get better about with doing that in conversations.
What, inserting yourself in the...
Yeah.
I do that all the time, too. And I'm sure that... I don't know if it annoys people. I've
You know what to do, boy.
come to understand that it's kind of a neurodivergent thing a little bit to, like... Because I don't know how to... I don't know. I don't... When I'm in a conversation, I don't want to just, like, give a
non-answer.
Yeah, right? Or, like, say something I think they want to hear, which I don't know if that's what people do. I don't know how holistic people think. But, like, I only know my own experience, so I will be like, here is how I relate to this so that I can convey to you that I understand what you're talking about. That's how I see it.
That's sort of what I do too, and I've noticed that over the years that I don't think I used to do it as much. I didn't used to insert myself as much. Oh, shit.
Well, I feel like that makes sense because you have more lived experiences as you get older, right?
That's true. I also was very, very afraid of interrupting for a long time.
Ah, yeah. I
And,
feel
like-
bad about that when it happens in the moment where I'm like, oh shit, I'm interrupted, I'm so embarrassed. But like, it's not something I ever think about until it happens.
Well, it's something I've tried to get better about. Like, everyone interrupts. Especially in our group of friends. Like, it's not a insulting thing, you know? It's
People
not-
just get excited.
Yeah, it's just people getting excited. So I've tried to let myself loose a little more.
Yeah.
To be more like, I can interrupt too. But
Yeah.
now I'm worried that I interrupt too much with just talking about myself.
Yeah, I do it a lot. I'm positive I have annoyed people, even people who love me. I've annoyed them. You know, like, I'm sure that I've done it to you. I know for a fact that I've done it to Jeremy because Jeremy does let me know of, like, and it's a thing that it's like, I know he's not mad. He'll just be annoyed for a second and then get over it. But it's like, I know I've done it. Where I interrupt, I get excited, I talk too much, and then I interrupt their thought, and then...
Come on. Stand back.
Oh.
Oh. Hello, Sid.
Daddy.
He's channeling his hockey. Oh, wait a second.
I was like, I need to shut up.
Hello.
Because you're going to dig this.
Hello. I'm sorry. Oh, cough up blood. Oh!
You're a dominant.
I am. Aye. Not by choice, mind. Old bloody Rome of strapping young lads. And it was this sorry sack of bones Ramu saw fit to home.
Oh, and this.
Yes,
oh
smoke,
my-
smoke, daddy, smoke. And then he lights it with magic, yes.
Sid. You say you want to help them
Aye.
with some bear. But what's in it for you?
Happiness.
What's in it for me? The same as for all of us. What we want and deserve.
Yeah.
Save for our knack, dominants and bearers are no different from anyone else. The ability to use magic or summon great beasts should command respect, but instead has left us outcasts.
Speak
Our
on
kind
it.
are used and discarded like tools, yet we are men, so why must we die as less?
I see. So what you're saying is you want to start a war.
You flatter me, lad. But my days as a firebrand are long behind me. No, I only wish to offer our kind of choice. A place where we can die on our own terms. Huh?
He's too tired for war.
Yeah. And I get it, because
I
it's
get
like...
it too. I mean, he's coughing up blood when he uses his fucking powers.
Well, and as far as we know, the Hideaway is the only organized group of people like this. So it's like, we're small, you know, compared to everyone. Like, what's the small band gonna do against like a whole institutionalized, like this shit has been going on forever.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of like, if I could save people who are like, you know, at the end, you know, like they can choose to live out the rest of whatever days they have left
Yeah.
and choose their own death, which I'm death positive, so like I'm all
Yeah.
about it. I'm
No,
like,
same.
get the
absolutely.
good death that you deserve, you know,
Yeah.
instead of dying in the fields of some fucking person who's slaving you away to death or whatever.
Or dying in a, just like a real world comparison of like dying a super painful, arduous death that you don't have to deal with.
Yeah.
You know? That's choosing your way to die.
Yeah, go out on your own terms where like you can be content, you know? That's what everybody really wants at the end. At least in my opinion, that's what I would think people would want. I guess I don't want to speak for everybody, but it's like if you're at the end of your days and you know it's coming,
Yeah.
like wouldn't you rather choose how you would want to go out, how you feel about going out, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's a noble enough cause in my opinion if you look at things practically and are like, we're not gonna change like the government's fucking mind.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
don't have the
resources
power
or the
and
power.
the resources. Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, I mean, yeah, he's a dominant, and you know, like we have bearers, but like they have dominance too.
Exactly.
But now you see why they're so interested in Jill, because it's like Jill's a dominant, so they were like, oh, you were just there, but yeah, I mean, they were like, oh, Jill. That's Shiva. We want her.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you remember Rama from 15? That was the summon you got all the time. The lightning god, the old man who came out of the sky. That's him. That's him. He's Rama.
Sorry, I have a mouthful of drink. 1 second.
But yeah, okay, like, I got a friend who has to give an opinion on everything. Like, we're talking about pineapple pizza. Oh, I don't like pineapple pizza. Or we're talking about Star Wars. Oh, I've never seen Star Wars. Like, they have to tell us their opinion on every topic. I do that too, but it's not in a way that is like or at least I hope it's not a way, and it's like, I want to bring the conversation back around to me. It's in a, like, I'm engaged, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I see where, exactly.
I've never seen Star Wars.
I'm
Tell me about it.
listening. I'm listening.
You know? Or I don't like pineapple on pizza. You can debate me if you want.
But, like, I always found it a way to, or at least, okay. So, like I said, I've only recently tried to dabble in interjecting myself in a conversation, because I've always been, and you can attest to this, like, I've always let everyone kind of talk over me.
Yeah, which I wish you talked over people a little more.
But I don't mean it, and I just was taught that it's impolite.
And I get that, because I was taught that too.
So it's only as of recently that I've been like, I want to try out just speaking when I want to speak.
You should.
And that's why I'm kind of trying to weigh the what is acceptable chiming in and what is annoying chiming in, right?
Yeah.
But I also want to say I've always appreciated it when, at least from my perspective, obviously if I'm trying to tell a story, I have gotten, I wouldn't say with you, but I have gotten annoyed before, especially with my family. If
That's
I'm trying
fine if
to
you've gotten annoyed with me, though. Annoyed is not the same as, like, angry.
Yeah.
Annoyed is like come on, man. And then, you know, like, then an hour later it's over, you know?
But like, when I'm trying to convey a story, and I'm very slow at talking. I know I'm very slow at talking because I want to bring up every point and like every whatever, and I also stutter a lot. I stutter and stammer because I have a lot of anxiety. So I understand it takes me a while to get to my point or get to my story. And so people end up interjecting a lot of the times just to let me know that they're listening.
Yeah, I do that.
I think that that's what, and
Just did it.
that's what I was about to say. I think that that's what you do usually.
Yeah.
Is that you're just trying to reassure that I'm still listening, I'm still engaged.
Yeah.
And even if it like sides another conversation for a minute, that's okay because it's just a way to say, hey, I'm still engaged and I'm not just ing you.
Yeah, I don't
You know?
get that. Like, because I want to be in the conversation.
Yeah, and I think that that's what I'm trying to find the balance of because I want people to realize that I'm engaged in whatever they're talking about because I love when people fucking talk about their passions, right? That shit makes me so excited. That's my favorite thing. And if I interject at any point, it's only to help them
What plan on doing when you find this dominant in the fire?
What do you think?
kick his ass.
Kill him.
Shoot my brother. And cut out the tongue of any man who tries to talk me out of it.
All right. Forest dark enough as it.
Extra.
A little bit right now, but I get it. But yeah, I'm trying to find that delicate balance of I'm not trying to deter the conversation, and I want to actively be engaged.
Yeah.
And also, you know, sometimes it's good to interrupt and let people know what your personality is.
Yeah, when I get excited about a topic, I'll just, like, verbal diarrhea, like...
Which is also fun, at least to me.
Though, like, I understand how it can be obnoxious because, my mother is the same as me, except my mother, does the rapid fire of being excited about the topic and then it goes from that to a totally different topic.
Right.
She's that kind of ADHD, whereas, like, I can hone in on a specific thing and go from point to point in that topic. My mother will go from A to, like, Q.
Yeah.
And because her brain is thinking, something reminds her brain of it,
We follow her upstream. and
but,
we'll
like,
cross swing in no time.
she'll just switch topics and it'll give you whiplash. So, like, and it drives me insane sometimes. So I get it if I do that to people because my mother drives me nuts like that. Pineapple pizza is 100% booty flakes, though. I agree.
I think that the flavor profile, because pineapple is usually paired with ham, right? Pineapple ham pizza. I understand the flavor profile. I get it. Salty with a little bit of sweet. I understand it, theoretically. I hate pineapple.
Yeah, that's what it is. Sweet and savory is one of my favorite flavor profiles of all time. Depending on the balance. Like, I think I prefer it to be saltier, more savory, with a hint of sweet. I love that. Love sweet and savory. I hate pineapple. I hate everything about pineapple. I don't like pineapple. So, like, don't put it on my pizza. Don't get it anywhere near my pizza.
So no, I do not like pineapple on my pizza, but I don't think people who like pineapple on their pizza are inherently wrong.
I mean, they can be wrong, but that doesn't mean that they're shit people. They're totally fine as people. They're just allowed to have bad opinions. That's fine. I have plenty of bad opinions. I have plenty of things that people would definitely consider, and rightly so, to be kind of gross as far as food goes.
Yeah.
It's okay to just have bad taste. I have plenty of it.
That's true.
So,
too.
you know, it's okay to just have like a shit food opinion. That's all right.
Well, I also,
you can have that.
I also think the idea of hating pineapple innately, which I do, is a shitty food opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Yeah. The other thing about talking and interjecting and get like going, oh, you just did a perfect parry. You did a head tilt like you were like, what was that? That's what that is.
Oh,
It'll
sick.
almost never happen when you have on the auto mode, because it kind of prevents you from the perfect timing for a parry.
Yeah.
It'll happen sometimes, but like it happens more often when you don't have that stuff equipped.
Gotcha.
But it's fine. Yeah, I meant you can pet him whenever you want. Yeah, the thing about getting excited is that thoughts come and go so quickly in my brain. I don't remember half the shit that I was going to say like 10 minutes ago. Fucking, I don't know. Those thoughts are gone. If they were that important, I'll probably be reminded of them later. I wasn't going to say if they were important, I would remember them, because that is just not true.
Yeah,
but if they
same.
were important, something would remind me of it later. So
Yeah.
if I don't get reminded of it later, it probably wasn't that important.
Quiet. A Royal Scout.
Someone's far from home.
Let's follow him.
Oh no, it was not about pineapple. It was way further back than that. But if I remember, I remember. If I don't, it didn't matter. This is more important right now.
And
Mommy.
They're just down that way. All of them. Grieger's my witness.
excellent.
Yes. I wish that was me.
We move.
Sorry. Didn't mean to get so horny on Maine.
I don't understand. Have I not proven loyal?
Well, she only kicked you. She didn't kill you.
It is true my liege values loyalty above all else.
This is a classic Game of
Playin
Thrones
not
moment.
to betray your countrymen for the promise of coin?
Oh, now she's killed you, I think.
Yeah.
That was a cool angle, though.
Mommy, please.
That woman.
Benedicta Harmon, commander of Waloed's elite intelligences. If we can capture her...
You! Weapons on the ground, Imperial!
Oh. Look at Torgal, he's so angry.
Let's get this over with then.
Alright, let's do this!
Put a lady on the way!
That's true. At least they're not giant lizards.
You know what to do, boy.
Give them all you've got, boy.
Aw.
This time.
It's so sweet that after all these years, you still use the moves that Joshua gave you. The little phoenix wings.
Yeah. Oh shit, I hit the wrong button. Sorry, I got distracted. 1 second.
Get him, boy! There, boy!
Yeah, get him, Torgal. Get him.
You know what to do, boy.
Get him!
I know I'm playing on baby easy mode, but let's remember, I'm not very good at video games.
I played on the same mode that you did. Wait, they already told you about this. Oh, maybe not the tapping one.
Yeah, not this.
But it's like, yeah, sometimes it'll do a in-battle cutscene and you have to do a QTE.
Behind you.
I guess it's been a minute and they want to make sure. But you'll have to do the button press one a lot. And don't hurt yourself mashing. You don't have to mash that fast, promise.
Got it.
Because, like, well, I only say that because Jeremy went fucking ham on mashing. And I was like, Jeremy, this isn't a speed run. You don't have to mash it that fast, I promise. Because, like, with my injury, I'm like, if I fail the QTE, I fail it. I'm not going to hurt myself over a fucking button mash. So I always try to do it kind of as slowly as possible as the game will let me. It's very generous.
It's been pretty generous with the QTEs too.
Yeah.
And it's almost always the same button.
Yes, it's either going to be R1 or square. Which I appreciate, because most QTEs are just like, it could be any button, you don't know. Like fucking Shenmue.
Uh-oh, you took my sword. That's rude.
Not this time.
Oh, I think that was
I
a
magically got
different
it
one?
back.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, like I said, nice. Like, I played on the same mode as you. I wanted the story. Like,
Yeah.
the combat I do find satisfying. So when I got to endgame, I did experiment with the combat mechanics, and they are great, and I liked them. But I have an RSI, and I just wanted to experience the story because that's what I'm here for in Final Fantasy. So I played it
Yeah,
on story
for
mode
sure.
first.
They thought we were Imperials.
Well, you do look the part.
True.
Though you fight like a true shield of Rosaria. And one blessed by the Phoenix at that.
Nice.
Thanks.
It's just
Sid, known for his burping.
Speaking of which, I wonder, does the other icon of fire give blessings, do you think?
You don't believe me?
And lo, the Creator did make of the elements 8 icons to serve as keepers of the one law. Not that I've ever set too much store by holy doctrine, but on that point, it's clear.
Wait, what does he do not believe? I'm a little confused.
Fire
He doesn't
has
believe that there are
just
2
one
icons of
as in all
fire.
the rest.
Because there's only one of each element that he's aware of.
And
That
even
anyone's ever been aware of. The thing that killed your brother is like another fire thing. And it's like, there's only ever been one icon of fire. The
you
Phoenix.
don't strike me as a liar.
No one's ever seen that thing before.
One person who might be able to shed some light on the matter.
Robbing
In
bitches.
our swing.
Yeah, loot the corpses. You gotta.
As are our Waluda friends, I would imagine. We should hurry before it gets dark.
But what if someone discovers the bodies?
Well, and they'll be sorely disappointed.
Because it's like, the whole point of us going to Lost Wing is like, they're like, okay, well, to be fair, they say that there's a dominant of fire in this village, but it's only been, well, I was like, it's only been 13 years since Joshua died. So the Phoenix being reborn, and there's a gap too. The Phoenix isn't necessarily reborn the instant the person dies. It's like within a week or something like that, or some. So like, if there's an adult that's like a dominant of fire, it can't be the Phoenix. It has to be the other one. So like, there has to be 2. There just has to be 2, because that other thing was fire too.
Okay.
And I can say that like, because the thing with, and that's the thing is like, I thought it was very clever that they brought Ifrit into it, because Ifrit is in every Final Fantasy as a fire summon, and so is the Phoenix. though Ifrit is the one that's more well known. But it's like, there are many summons in Final Fantasy, so it was clear that they were just like, there's 8, but then, oh no, what's this other one? Because there's so many of them usually, like... But this one is, like, boiled it down to the elements. There's, like, fire, ice, wind, earth...
Metal?
Light, dark, lightning, and water.
Okay.
I didn't already say water, right? Yeah,
No, you
so
didn't.
8. Yeah, that's it. So it's like, and there's only ever been one dominant of those icons.
Okay.
And when the person dies, then you wait a little bit and then you find the new one, like Avatar style. So there can't be 2 at once. So the fact that Ifrit was just there and there were just 2 big old fucking fire gods or whatever, it was just like, he doesn't believe you.
Is there one that's like, I'm thinking One Piece terms right now, and I'm hypothesizing, right? Because I don't know the story very well.
I mean, we saw it. We know that it's true. It's just that he doesn't believe
But
you.
is one fire and one, like, magma?
Well, I'm not going to say. But as far as we know, like, those 8 elements are it. There's never been anything other than those elements.
So I want to point out, sorry, I'm a little tipsy now, so I'm like, my mouth is a little loose. I've been watching a lot of One Piece, right? Like a lot of fucking One Piece. And something that's cool about One Piece is you got these devil fruit powers, right?
Yes.
And no 2 people will have the same devil fruit ability.
Right, correct.
And there's 3 different types of devil fruits, which I won't go into because I don't know them very well, even though I've seen the series now 1.5 times.
I haven't seen it at all, but I know that there are different types of devil fruit. There's lore you get just by being around because One Piece is so big.
Yeah. So there's, as far as I know, okay, the 3 major types is Paramecia, Logia, and Zoan.
I've never heard those terms. I just know they're different.
So I can't discern right now which one is which, but one affects, I don't know if I can explain this very well, but one affects your body, but not in a, like, cellular level.
Okay.
The other one affects your body on a cellular level, and you can...
really interesting.
And you can kind of, like, affect the world around you. So, like...
That's busted.
At the beginning of the series, Luffy is thought to be one of the types because he can turn into rubber, right?
Yes.
But he can't turn other things into rubber.
Yeah. He's the gum guy.
Yeah. His brother Ace is another type because his whole cellular being is fire.
Yeah.
He is fire. Everything about him is fire, and he can project fire. Luffy can't project rubber.
Yeah, he just is rubber.
He just is rubber.
Yeah.
So Ace can project fire and become fire.
Yeah.
So that other type, it's almost impossible to, like, hit them physically.
Yeah, because they can just deconstruct their cells or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the third type is Zoan, which is connected to some sort of, like, beast or being. So, like, it is, you can transform into another creature.
That's kind of what dominants are. Except they can only do the one.
Yeah,
Like,
well, no, that's...
Sid can only be Rama.
Well, that's sort of like Zoans then.
Yeah.
Zoans can only turn into their one animal or beast.
Yeah.
But they have maybe the difference is that they have levels of the beast. So they can be human with part beast features. They can be half person, half beast, or they can be full on beast.
So I can tell you this just because you had learned this from the lore guy Harpocrates, but on stream we don't really need to do all that reading. So terminology. The thing that you saw where Sid got really hot and all covered in lightning for a second, that's technically the half stage to becoming an icon. It's called priming. He's semi-primed when he's like that.
Okay.
So, like, there's regular, and you can just use magic because you have that ability. Like, Dominants are also just bearers, because they can just use magic without crystals.
Right.
Because they are magical beings. They're more powerful than bearers, because they are dominants. But they also can just do whatever dominants can, or whatever bearers can do. So, but then they have, like, their full forms, like, in the very beginning, where Hugo became the fucking Titan, and Jill became Shiva, like 100% Shiva. But I don't know if you remember what Rama looks like. He's like a big fucking old man, the big old flowy beard and a fucking staff, and he's like gigantic, and he's like an old wise man looking kind of dude. Or that's what Rama looks like. But like Sid just became super lightning-y.
Yeah.
And like slightly hotter, and yeah, like
We love silver hair.
That's what the semi-prime state looks like. And then the full primed state would be he just becomes Rama. Like full on beard and all, staff, gigant, like 20 feet tall fucking Rama. That's his full state.
That's kind of similar to like the Zoan states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah. And, you know, like, the Titan guy, he has, like, he could just become semi-primed and just get mega jacked and, like, crazy glowy and whatever, too. But, like, he just became full-on Titan, which is, like, insane looking. So, like, all the dominants can do that. They can semi-prime or they can full-prime into their icons, which is what the summons are. They're icons in this, not summons.
That's actually really pretty similar to the Zoan types. Because,
Exactly.
like, I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who wants to really watch One Piece. But Zoan types don't have to be, like, usually they're compared to animals, right? Because that's the most typical Zoan type fruit is you can transform into a bear or you can transform into a fucking deer or a rabbit or shit like that. Even so, the character Chopper, right? Chopper has the human type Zoan fruit.
I didn't know that. That's
Yes.
interesting.
That's why he can talk.
Oh! That's interesting.
Yes. So, yeah,
I didn't know that.
There's
Cool.
all different types of Zoans, but later on in the series you learn that there are mythical Zoans. So, like, there's mythical Zoans and ancient Zoans. So, like, ancient Zoans, they can turn into dinosaurs. And
That's rad. That's sick as hell.
mythical Zoans, you can turn into, like, a phoenix.
Yeah, like Joshua.
Yeah. So, I don't know. The parallels are really cool. That's all
Yeah.
I'm getting at. Anyway.
And you will find many more, I'm sure. Like, the parallels won't stop.
Oh, but the only reason I brought this whole conversation up, sorry, I'm rambling, is that in One Piece, so I mentioned Ace before. Ace has the fire fruit. No one else in the world will have fire as their fruit because Ace
I did know that.
has the fire fruit.
Yeah,
right?
the fruits are unique.
But another character has the magma fruit. So their fruits act incredibly similar.
But they have the differences.
They are very
They are
different.
different.
So, like, magma is different than fire. Even though they're both very, very hot and magma can produce fire,
It's not the same thing.
it's not the same thing.
Yeah. It's like, the difference is just that, like, I think there are, I don't know how many fruits there are, but I'm sure that there are a considerable amount. Whereas in this game, there's just 8. Well, I guess technically 9 now.
So that's what I'm wondering. That's just why I'm like hypothesizing in the back of my brain. Maybe he's not quite fire, or maybe he is fire. I don't know. But that's where my hypothesis is going.
Well, that's why we need to track him down. Well, I mean, Clive wants to track him down to fucking kill him because he
Yeah.
killed Joshua. But, like, we also, no one's ever seen another dominant of fire before. So, like, we as a player also want to know whoomst and what the fuck.
So are we certain at this point too that this is the same guy because it is an adult?
We think so. Yeah, we think so. Because, like, from the way that Sid was saying it, like, if there was a new Phoenix, they would be, like...
13 or
Yeah.
something.
So, like, I don't... from what I interpreted of Sid's mentioning is that like this person sounded like an adult, like a full-on adult.
So it can't be the Phoenix, and this person is a full-on adult, most likely by deduction.
And we know that the Phoenix died, but that thing was still alive. Like,
yes, it was
no
still
one
alive.
killed it. So
Yeah.
like it deprimed and just fucked off somewhere. The thing in the cloak or whatever.
Right.
So like that's the mystery. Like,
Okay.
who the fuck are you, cloak guy? And
So
what
by
is going
deduction,
on?
because this thing isn't a teenager, this person isn't a teenager, it should be the same person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like Clive wants to kill him, but we're just like, what the hell?
Before sunset.
I didn't realize we were this close. Any idea what that is they built the village around?
The fallen ruin. I've heard some call it an airship. Though it's flying days.
We had airships in another Final Fantasy, right?
In almost every Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Except for this.
Really think a dominance waiting for us in that village?
They'll talk about fallen things a lot.
Any reason to doubt him?
I can try to explain it, but
I
it
think we should hurry.
just no,
Come
it
on.
won't be fully explained, and you won't know. So there are a bunch of ruins around, and they will not be explained to you. At least not now. There might be DLC that goes more into it, and there's a lot of speculation. I love this though because this is so George R. R. Martin of them. Like, if anybody who is familiar with the lore, this is fun because it's like you can draw the parallels in One Piece because there are parallels that you can draw because there's some themes that are similar. And knowing that this was based on A Song of Ice and Fire, that's my hyperfixation. So like I can draw all this inspiration, and it's like one of my favorite things about the books the Game of Thrones show is based off of. Yeah, the books. We'll focus on the books. Is that like George has like left all these mysteries around the world that he probably knows the answers to, but will never tell us because it's not relevant to the story, so the reader does not need to know it. It's just weird, creepy shit that is just there and unexplained. And the people who live in the world have no idea how it got there, and therefore neither do you. So the Fallen Ruins remind me a lot of that, of like the greasy black stone throughout Planetos, like Yeen and the base of the High Tower and the Sea Stone Chair. People who know the books know what I'm talking about. I think the DLC might touch on stuff with the Fallen whenever it comes out. And no one's been told there's DLC, but come on.
Come the fuck on.
But like, the whole point is that you won't know. They'll talk about the Fallen a lot. You'll see the ruins everywhere. The game will not fucking explain it to you.
So, I mean, like you said, I assume this game's going to get DLC because I assume it had really good reception.
Yeah, I think so.
So, like, as long as a game has positive reception and a franchise as big as Final Fantasy, yeah, it's going to have DLC.
And I think it's set up for it just because of stuff that I can't talk about till later.
Right.
And there's some things that I can speculate on about the Fallen, but I can't tell you about until later as well. But because there's a lot of theory around. And there's precedent for it because 15 had plenty of DLC. It's not like the model isn't set up for that. It's already it's happened already.
And DLC is so popular in the gaming world as it is.
Yeah, I don't love it, but it's a
Nobody
thing.
loves
This is
it,
the first
but
time I've seen one of these. Perhaps I can use them as waymarks.
Yeah, this is your fast travel thing. It doesn't matter. When you pass by one, it'll automatically activate, but it's telling you that so that you know.
oh, I like just randomly jumping. This is nice.
I did that too, like all the time.
You don't usually get to jump in a Final Fantasy game, do you?
I want to say that 15 was the first one where you could do that.
15 you could, but I feel like, because I played a little bit of 7 with Jeremy.
Yeah, there's not a jump.
Because he was helping me. I need to finish 7 with Jeremy.
Yeah. You were playing the original, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a, whatchamacallit.
You're playing a PC, the PC version, which had like
Yes.
HD mods or whatever, but it was
Yeah,
still the
yeah.
original, not the remake.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so the PS1
Stay down!
wasn't super built for that with RPGs. It had platformers, but it was like early day 3D platformers, so like RPGs were not. Whereas like 15 was specifically built to be
What is it they want?
an open world action based RPG. One of the first in the series, I think.
Let me know how it goes.
Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good night.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've been talking a lot. Oh, yeah, there he goes.
Not.
Look at him sprinting.
We'd be doing this shit if we were just sitting on the couch, honestly. So it's like, I'm enjoying your company. And
I'm enjoying your company, too. Always. We probably wouldn't be talking this much, though, which is why we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Like, we probably would be, like, you know.
Like, I'm not a fucking.
Vibing.
We're not like a content creator, big YouTuber. We're not, you know.
Sign of the royalists.
We don't script this fucking shit for y'all. Either you want to be here or you don't.
Too bloody quiet. Even for this hour.
But we love you for being here.
But I promise that even when we talk a lot, subtitles are there, so we are paying attention.
How do I let you know if I find him?
Good question. Shout.
Can I lick his chest?
Right?
I want to lick Clive's cheek.
I just want to appreciate.
It's not inappropriate now, because he's definitely old enough.
This can't be completely
Yeah.
abandoned.
Yeah, that's. See, it just did it automatically for you.
Okay, cool.
I want to appreciate everybody who designed the characters in this game, who decided everyone got plunging Vs. Like, Clive doesn't yet, but like.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody gets the plunging V, and I'm here for it.
Wait.
Equal
Where
opportunity
am I
cleavage.
to go?
Just explore.
Oh, okay. So we're just gonna walk casually.
Yeah.
Just gonna walk a little cash.
We're just running around looking for people.
Just looking about, seeing if there's any loot to grab and be non-confrontational. Hey, what's up, dude? Oh, that's Sid. I don't need to talk to you. Oh, wait. Maybe I should. There's a...
What's up, dude? Oh, it's Sid.
You miss me? I'm
Yeah,
flattered,
did.
but let's stick to the plan, eh?
Okay.
So good.
I did miss you, though. I always miss you. I will always miss
Maybe
you.
the townsfolk are just shy, you know?
Sorry. But no, I want to lick Clive's cheek because he's got that cute tattoo. And I'm all about it.
You mean this fucking the Bearer brand?
Yes. It's terrible, and I know it's horrible for him, but I like it, and I want to lick it. Why do I want to lick things that I like? I don't know.
I mean, it's not anything wrong with wanting to lick things.
Oh no.
Child.
Where are you?
Yeah, it sounds like it's coming from
Is it this
somewhere over there. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
When in doubt, the red icon is always the way to go.
way? Hey, what's going on?
Hello?
What's going on, babes?
It's all right.
Oh.
I'm not one of them. My friend and I, we're with the Imperial Army.
That's not true.
That's a fucking
Do
lie.
you know where your parents are?
In the church.
Then I'm going to find them and make sure they're safe. Can you stay hidden here until then?
Aw. This is not a good hiding place, but it's
church,
very
then.
sweet that he was like,
He's trying.
he's trying.
Oh, it's way up there? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I can follow an arrow. Kinda.
It's the other thing. They talk about a Grigor as some kind of goddess figure. I don't know much about her either, and I haven't read all the lore yet, but I
Yet.
don't know that much about her. I don't care much for religious shit anyway.
Yeah. Ooh, another bearer.
Hey, I love this guy.
This man's gonna die if we don't get into a healer.
Enough of your barking, dog!
About time.
Stand back.
Sid, you didn't need to. You could have kicked it down.
He just wanted to be impressive.
Clive!
I'm here,
You
Daddy.
ain't coming.
You still alive, Gav?
Barely.
I fucking love Gav, y'all. He's one of my favorite characters.
For the villagers, but
I thought you were joking.
It's all right. He's with me. Is this everyone?
no, there were others. A pair of royalists came for the bearers just before you arrived.
Was a dominant among them?
Maybe. It's not like he was holding a sign.
Something really funny about him just being like, oh!
Clive, after it.
I'm gonna kick his ass!
I just love that he's just fucking walking up the stairs like business as usual, I see.
I'm coming!
Any word from the scouts?
Oh, this bitch is
My
back.
lady, but we have the dominant's companion. It's only a matter of time before we seize our quarry.
Very good. And what of the others?
The bearers have been taken to Caer Novent.
Some may still be worth keeping should the dominant elude us.
All is in hand, my lady. They will not be spoiled. I give you my word.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, dude. The beard braid on one side looks kinda dumb.
Will you join me?
Oh, I didn't even notice that he had a beard braid on one side only.
Beard braid on two sides? Dope. Beard braid on one side? Not my vibe.
Ugh. The Imperials drink this piss?
Well, it would go some way to explain their breath.
Lady Benedicta! Imperials!
And instead of killing them, you lead the rats straight to us.
Mercy.
Yeah, you know what? I can't even really be mad. That was a stupid move, my guy. Why did you just fucking lead us all the way back to them?
Look what we have here, boys. An Imperial bearer. Good. I was getting bored.
Oh, she has nice nails.
I know, right?
And well-moisturized lips.
Yeah, I was like waiting to see how long it would take to mention the lips.
I've been paying attention.
Hey, mommy.
Is she a dominant then?
Where did?
She sure is. It took me a while to remember what hers is based on, because there aren't a lot of summons in Final Fantasy that are wind-based.
Sid has some explaining to do.
I mean, hers has been around for a long time, but they're not as prominent as Shiva or Ifrit. So, like, I forgot about Garuda. I'm not gonna lie. Or Bahamut. Bahamut is everywhere in Final Fantasy.
Oh, we get a Bahamut dominant?
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be Final Fantasy if you didn't.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You better be on your way, Sid.
Have we met them yet?
No.
Okay. Ooh, she kicked my ass a little bit. Thanks, mommy.
Though it's like knowing it makes me think about all the other more obscure summons in Final Fantasy, and I'm like, where's Carbuncle? Where's fucking Mog and Chocobo summon? You know what I mean? Like the silly ones. Where's fucking Knights of the Round. Were they? Fucking, I don't remember. Alexandria?
You've got some fight in you, even for a branded.
I can't.
Clive!
Look who's here to save the day. Is this how you recruit all of your charges?
Don't recall you complaining, Benedicta.
That's a look.
You
So,
fucked.
Sidolphus.
And she's mad.
Why
He's
was it
like,
that
your
you
name is
betrayed your
Sidolphus?
I asked you a question, Lord Commander.
Why? Because I'd had enough of you and your king's antics.
And yet here you are, stealing my branded. What are you plotting?
As if I'd tell you.
Yeah, they fucked.
Definitely. She mad.
She mad.
Lady Benedicta, we have secured the dominant.
Always something, isn't there?
I have a point to make after this, but just remind me. It's about Benedicta.
And she's gone.
Hell yeah. I was gonna try to probe chat to be like, do y'all what's your favorite Final Fantasy summon? Do y'all remember some obscure ones? Because like, there's a lot of them over the years.
Then we head back to Lost Wing. One of the villagers may have heard something.
But we can't just...
Which is why I sent Gav.
He's the scout. Let him do his job.
Yeah.
The man has a nose for these things. Trust me.
Also, we, the player, heard Benedicta say something about Kaer Norvent. We don't know where that is. And also, Clive didn't hear that. So we don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
I mean, we do, but they don't.
Yeah, for sure.
The word Kaer Norvent means nothing to you, also.
Getting drunk, that's my favorite.
So, it wasn't about bearers at all. They were looking for a dominant.
Yeah, that's right. I thought we were hiding the bastard. Like any of us would keep a monster like that under our roof. Oh, no offence.
When no one talked, they started rounding up everyone with a brand. And then everyone without one and all.
And locked you in the cellar, hoping sooner or later someone would break. You know, things might have been different if you'd accepted my invitation.
Oh, don't remind us. We were all saying the same thing.
Yeah, this is our home, innit? Don't mean we won't out when we can.
That's fair, that's fair.
That's fair.
I'll drink too.
Situations like these are complicated. Like, sometimes people, they get complacent. The Spoony Bard! This is a Final Fantasy IV reference.
I love a bard.
You can speak to him on your own multiple times throughout the game, and he'll have a different song. I still don't know who the fuck voices this guy. He's not specifically credited, and I really want to know, because he has a lovely voice.
Kafka, baby, what's up?
Hey, Kafka, what's up?
Revenge won't bring him back. It won't.
That's a lot to say to somebody who's lived for revenge for 13 fucking years, dude.
I watched the Dominant kill my brother right in front of me. And I did nothing.
You didn't do nothing, Clive.
I mean, there was not much you could do, huh?
I can kill the son of a bitch. And bring peace to my brother's soul.
Who's passed out for half of it?
Do you think it would really bring peace to Joshua? Or do you think he would want what was best for the world?
It would bring peace to Clive.
Exactly.
Joshua's dead. It doesn't matter to him. I mean, y'all know I love a revenge story, but, like, I don't believe in souls, so it's like, what's dead is dead. They don't care one way or the other about anything. It's all about you and how you deal with the loss. If that brings you relief, that brings you relief.
I don't know if I...
Radians would have us believe the Imperial host invincible.
Shit, this is important. Hold on a second, Kafka. I'll get to you,
Find
baby.
the Empire's cornerstone teetering on the backs of a handful of cowards and cutthroats. Well, Bahamut may lead 100 full legions. Could it be that the young prince defends a house of cards ready to topple at the slightest breeze?
It wasn't too bad that I mentioned Bahamut.
Bahamut better be sexy. That's one of my favorites.
Why do you not resist? Within you lies the power to slay gods. The phoenix perished in your flames. Yet you do not fight. You do not flee. You refuse your...
It's Organization 13. Kinda.
Perhaps you are distracted.
I think it's because Bahamut is also frequently referenced with
My offer still
Baphomet.
stands. Join us and you will be treated with the respect one of our kind deserves.
Ugh. I still wish that was me. But I also felt that, because that's exactly...
Don't!
I felt that. That's where my pain is the worst.
Moment to consider your options.
Buffy and Bamu. Exactly.
Do be gentle with them.
At least they get to be in prison together.
Whoever they are.
Whoever they are.
Once cutscenes are done, I've got some
things to say about Bahamut.
No, about Benedict.
About Benedicta. Okay, yeah. About mommy. There's something I love about Clive just falling asleep on the fucking bar stool. What a mood.
Yeah, for real.
I thought she was gonna lick the blood off. Oh fuck, that would have been hot.
One of the Empire's outlying strongholds, though apparently not strong enough to keep out the royalists. The captured bearers are inside. I'm sure of it.
If Benedicta's orders are to stay in the shadows, she won't be traveling with many men. Meaning, she'll be keeping her prisoners together and close by.
Including the dominant.
So, we find a way into the fortress and conjure a bit of chaos.
A bit of chaos.
We love it.
What about me?
Excellent question, Gav. You will wait outside the care and guide those I free to safety.
And miss all the fun. Why can't he do that?
He doesn't have your nose. He'd stumble off a cliff before he even found the men.
He's also strong.
You're the best man for the job.
Well, when you put it that way.
Do you see why Sid reminds me of you?
For any surprises.
You're making me blush.
Don't you let him down.
Oh, I won't. I won't, Gav.
I fucking love Gav, man. That's my brother right there.
Not so fast. We wait until tomorrow.
But he's right there.
And if we leave now, we'll arrive just as the sun comes up. Maybe join the guards in breaking their fast. Come on, Clive. They only just took the place. They'll be there a while yet.
Yeah,
He's right.
Yeah.
You've got one chance at this.
Strategy.
You don't want to waste it.
You need a good night's sleep.
That and you want the cover of darkness, so if you get there right as the sun rises, you're at a disadvantage.
For sure.
I have something also to say about Sid and Benedicta. But you go first.
Dead of night. Okay. So, you know me.
Yes.
I look at characters very in-depthly.
Especially their lips.
All of their face, but the lips have been attracting me in Final Fantasy 16.
I loved it.
Because there's a lot of detail in them. Benedicta, because she is a bit of a villainess right now, right? She's hot.
Femme fatale.
Yes, very much femme fatale. I've been looking for something to roast her on. Because
understandable.
I want to roast her a little bit. Because I love roasting characters.
I want her to roast me.
It's actually very hard. Her design, her like features, her makeup, everything is mostly really on point.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to find something, but I found one tiny little detail that shouldn't matter for the most part, right? Like, if I saw someone in person with this, I'd be like, that's fine, you look good. But because it's her and because she's a bitch right now, I gotta roast her on the fact that whatever highlighter she be using is goddamn,
Sid.
it's goddamn full of glitter. And like, bitch,
like
that's
Twilight.
real obvious.
That's funny.
You do your makeup like you trying to be like real, like you said, femme fatale.
She is though. She fully embraces it.
Very natural, but also like chic.
Yeah, you can tell she plays it up.
Yeah,
she plays it up.
She does, and she does it well for the most part. So she got this like femme fatale natural features, but she's enhancing her natural features to look very fierce, right?
Yeah.
So like the subtle makeup that she does use is pointed to look in a very like fierce, strong, and sort of elegant way.
Oh yeah.
Except for the bitch's highlighter, because that shit got too much glitter in it, and bitch, you look like you about to go to a rave.
I love it. I want to see Benedicta at a fucking rave now.
But like, she looked like she about to go to a rave in like 2010. Like, girl.
I was thinking at like an anime convention.
Like
an anime convention rave.
Exactly.
It's a very specific vibe, and y'all know what I mean.
Exactly. That's exactly the same vibe I'm getting at when I say 2010. Because like, girl, there's too much glitter in that shit. You got real attracted by the sparkly.
I can't.
And it's not fitting your vibe.
I love her. I wish that she'd stab me.
No, I'd still let her stab me for sure.
I was gonna say though,
but I'd roast her about her glitter ass face. She did it just to piss her off.
I love her because like she's just fucking. She's shamelessly a whore. Like the same as Sid, but like. The way that she fucking the first time you ever fucking see her is with Hugo Kupka, the fucking Titan guy, and she's just like, fuck me right now.
Against the wall.
Yeah, and it's like he's so into her. She is not that into you, man. I don't know how to tell you this.
Nah, she's just getting her rocks off. She's just having fun.
And she loves it, and I kind of respect it.
Yeah.
But also, what I was going to say is that she is far from home. Like, her and her groups, like, you're an Imperial guy. Her and her group, it's not apparent this early. She's from the other continent. They are far from home. And Sid was originally from there, too. He was their, like, Lord Commander of their, like, army place or whatever. He fucking defected and left. That's shit that, like, he said, but, like, not explicitly. But you would have found out more of when Hippocrates told you later in the archives or whatever. That, like, he's not from this continent either. He was the Lord Commander of some army, like... The other continent is called Ash. The one we're on right now is called Storm. So he's from Ash. She's from Ash. She, like, serves the king. She's, like... I was gonna say she's like Varys from Game of Thrones, but she's not. Like, she's supposed to be, like, the intelligence person, but comparing her to Varys is kind of
doing her a disservice.
It's doing both of them a disservice because they're inherently very different. Like, Varys is super subtle, very, like, he plays the submissive. He's always like... I'm the eunuch. I'm bald and I'm like primped and powdered and I wear perfume and I'm simpering and I'm very meek and effeminate and I don't take sides and I have, I'm without scruples and all I do is very subtly move the hands. But he has like ambition underneath it all.
And all I do is listen to the whispers.
I mean, in the show, he's very watered down, but in the books, he has a very specific agenda that he's 100% playing all the time.
Yeah.
He's actively trying to disrupt all of the powers in Westeros all the time because he's a Targaryen loyalist. Well, in my opinion, he's a Blackfire royalist, but that's neither here nor there until the books come out, like the next book. But, like, whatever. My point is that Benedicta is not that. Benedicta is like a fucking powerful bitch. Whether you believe she's really powerful or not, like the bitch exudes power.
She exudes power to the nth degree.
I mean, she's fucking dominant. She's just like, yeah, I'll fuck you so that you'll simp for me. But also, I'm a fucking dominant, so I will kill you.
I will kill you in an instant. So, like, I really, as much as I'm trying to find, like, little things to hate on her for, because that's just what I do with fictional characters, because I can't be a bitch in real life. She is hard. I found too much glitter in her highlight. Like, come on.
Yeah, like
that. It is hard to find something to catch her on because she's a dominant femme fatale.
We love femme fatales.
With a purpose. Yeah. I don't quite understand what the purpose is yet because I'm still early on in the game, but bitch has a purpose. I can tell that. And whatever her purpose is, she believes it to be right.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, maybe it's a one-sided belief, but most people's beliefs are one-sided.
This is true. I will not elaborate, but I'll say this is true. 100%.
Even Clive. Even
yes.
Clive right now,
yes.
His belief is very one-sided.
Yep. It's true. He's just like, fucking, I believe in this fucking, whoever this fuck is, this fucking Organization 13 motherfucker that killed my brother, and I'm gonna kill him. Because I believe that will put my brother's soul to rest. But what he really means is that it will put his soul to rest,
for sure.
as it were.
Yeah.
Because that's how he deals with grief, which, again, bringing back to the masculinity thing, not the best way to handle grief. But there's not exactly therapy in this medieval fucking world.
Yeah.
And not even medieval, because it's like I was saying the last time, the fact that these people skipped the fucking, they got like cheat codes. They skipped the fucking like caveman and dark ages because of magic. They didn't learn basic ass shit. So, I mean, like, they don't fucking have therapists. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
There's no magic spell for therapy. So, of course, they don't have therapists.
Hold on, I'm gonna read some shit real fast. The makeup roast, the EDM party after the
center of a Hilton Hotel blasting a hardcore remix of Butterfly. That's 100%
so accurate.
it.
Oh man, speaking of continents, I just finished the season 4 of Attack on Titan this weekend. I gave up on Attack on Titan after the first season.
I think I got to season 2, but I didn't get that much further. The scientist chick was the only thing that really tied me to Attack on Titan. I wasn't super invested in the rest of it.
I like Potato Chick.
That's the scientist chick.
Okay. That's
the only one. The dub, she's voiced by Ashley Birch.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure she is.
But yeah, I very much lost interest in Attack on Titan, and most of it infuriates me.
Like, maybe it got better, I don't know. But, like, because I think I didn't get that far into, like, season 2 or whatever.
All I know is that it caught kind of Hitler-y.
I do remember that being a thing.
Well, no. I didn't get to that in the series. I've just seen, like, the memes of Aaron post whatever, because I only saw season 1, is that Aaron got very, like, Hitler-esque, and I'm like, I don't know, it wasn't that good of a series, in my opinion. I mean, if you like it, more power to you. I'm not saying that it's a bad series. I'm not saying that Attack on Titan is a bad series inherently, just wasn't for me.
The music slaps.
The music did slap.
Science Girl and Potato Girl are 2 different characters. Fuck! Oh no! I'm pretty sure Science Girl's the one that I loved then, but like, fuck, I didn't know. What? They're 2 different characters. Oh no. My brain is wrong!
Well, the guy who wrote Witcher is making a new book after like a decade plus, and people are pestering George R.R. Martin about Winds of
People
Winter.
need to leave George R.R. Martin fucking alone.
Right?
Like, I get it. Believe me, I fucking get it. I know how long it's been since Dance. People are like, Winds is never gonna come out. And it's like, okay, full disclosure, I follow George R.R. Martin's blog. That he calls not a blog, but it is a blog, and I follow it. So, like, I know that he had been in a block because of the way he writes. He is what he calls a gardener, which means that he lets his characters do what he believes his characters would do. Like, he built these characters a certain way.
Yeah.
So he tries not to deviate from the way he believes these characters would act, which is very RPG of him. Which can lead to issues, especially now that the last 2 books that he's on, they're getting into Endgame. So characters are about to die, like, no question.
Mm-hmm.
I'll eat my hat if Cersei lives through the next book. I don't think she's gonna live I don't think she's gonna be alive in the final book, guys. But like, the thing is that like the whole thing with, you remember when Daenerys was in Meereen?
Mm-hmm.
And tried to run that or whatever. The show did that in a way.
In a way.
In the books, she's still technically the ruler of Meereen. She flew off on Balerion, and then no one's heard from her since, really.
Right.
That's where the books left off.
Because she's sick, right? In the books.
Sort of. People aren't sure what she's sick with. There's a plague in the books that's not in the show. Whatever. Not here nor whatever. Neither here nor there. The point is that like he was kind of stuck for a long time in Dance, especially because there was originally going to be a time skip between A Feast for Crows and A Dance for Dragons of like 5 years or something. So he had to totally reconfigure how people's journeys were going to go for Dance with Dragons. And then the whole thing with Dany and Meereen, it's called the Myronese Knot. It's like a thing that everyone knows that he struggled with figuring out how to get Daenerys out of Meereen and out of the struggle with like the politics in Meereen and get her to Westeros. Mm-hmm. And he figured out the Myronese Knot with the whole Balerion taking her out of Meereen thing, but it's still not totally resolved because she's still not in Westeros. She still has to get to Westeros, and there's a lot of shit she needs to figure out and finish before she goes to Westeros. So like there are some blocks like that. That's just one example. And then there are characters that know way too much now, like Bran, because he's plugging into the werewood net. So like this is all gibberish to people who haven't read the books, by the way. But like it's like there are things where like as a reader, you don't want POV chapters from characters who know all the answers. You want POVs from people who are trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Who are interacting with people who know stuff.
Yeah.
From their perspective, they're like ignorant and trying to figure it out because you're the reader trying to figure it out. It's no fun when you have all the answers. So like now that people are becoming aware of things, like big plot things, he has to navigate that and like bring everyone together for the main shit, which is like the fucking whites and the White Walkers and all of that, like the threat from the north and the Azor Ahai prophecy that was totally forgotten about in the show. So it's no wonder he was blocked for a long time. My very long-winded point is that he wasn't really writing it much until, like, COVID. When COVID hit and everyone had to be inside, he was writing. Like, he's still writing, and he was, like... He's like writing every day now. People need to leave him the fuck alone and just let him write. Yeah. He's like more than 3/4 of the way done with Winds. We're gonna get it sometime within the next couple of years. Cause like there's like the editing and cutting down and some stuff is probably gonna go in the next book and stuff like that. And he is working on other projects because he's a fucking TV writer too. That's a thing. So like, yeah. Leave him alone. Let him write Winds of Winter. It's going to take a long time, but it's going to happen.
And people, I'm just like bringing this up because it reminds me of it, but people are so pissed right now about like Has Been Hotel because it hasn't come out yet. and it was supposed to come out by summer of this year. And it's like, there's so much nuance behind creating a show and releasing a show. I know has been
It's a lot, yeah.
You know, the original pilot trailer was released like 3 or 4 years ago. I can't remember right now.
But I remember seeing the posts about it on like Facebook like 10 years ago.
Yeah, and that was purely made by just the creator Viv and, you know, a handful of people. And even the pilot, when it was released, was a very, very small team. And
you could tell when the animators changed between scenes. That's
Yeah.
how small. And that's like no shade, but it's just like when you have a really small team and none of you have like necessarily worked within an animation studio capacity before, because they were all like more or less, a lot of them were fresh.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to like get that style together because that's something that comes with experience. So like,
And
you know.
like, I see so many people hating on A24, saying that A24 is, because that's who is producing.
Right, that's the studio that has them now.
Yeah. Blaming A24 for it, which, like, yeah, they probably are part of it, but there's reasons for that.
Motherfucker, make your own fucking series and see how long it takes.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Exactly. Like, there's so many components, and, like, we don't understand the conversations that are going on behind the scenes. One of the episodes of Hell of a Boss, which is sort of a companion series to Has Been a Hotel,
Yeah, and A24 agreed to SAG and WGA demands, so they're okay in my book. Yeah.
Yeah, no, A24 is great.
Fucking treat your fucking workers right.
I love A24, and part of the reason that they're probably having issues is to do with, like, the writer's strike and stuff right now.
Right. Everybody is halted by the writer's strike. Even, y'all know, if you follow shit, that Duncan Egg is getting a TV series, you better believe that shit is on hiatus because of the strike. And everyone should know this, but George R.R. Martin not only agrees 100% supports the strike, he's out there. He's striking with them. Like, he's still working on wins every day, but he's out there to show his support for SAG and the Writers Guild because he's a fucking writer. So, like, yeah, House of the Dragon Season 2 is still in production because the writing phase of that was already done.
Mhm.
And they're filming it in the UK, and the UK has laws. Specifically, they can't do strikes along with SAG legally. So, like, it's not like they chose to do that because of the strike. It was already in production in the UK, and they legally can't, like, be in solidarity with the strikers. Like, the law just
The
won't
laws
let
are
them
different.
do it. The laws are different. So, like, they're filming. There's no more revisions for the script. So that's happening. But, like, as far as everything else goes, as far as, like, Game of Thrones property stuff, yeah, no, it's on hiatus because of the strike. And it should be, because they 100% deserve to be treated right and to be paid right. And George R.R. Martin 100% agrees with it. Y'all should check out his blog, his quote-unquote not a blog. Just search George R.R. Martin blog. It'll be the first thing that comes up. Because he goes into depth, because he's been a writer for television since the 80s, early 90s. So, like, he goes through the process. He talks about, like, mini writers' rooms, like the serialization, like the way that it went from conventional television writing to streaming services and all the fucked up shit that's gone on between. He gave a lot of insight as somebody who worked on the inside and really fucking made it clear for me as somebody who has no idea what it's like to write for television about what it's like. Definitely read it. It's fascinating.
And I'm sure, like, because like I said, A24 has always been a production company that I actually support. They release amazing horror films that I really love. And I was really fucking excited when they got a hold of Has Been Hotel, because I was like, I love A24. And
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the excitement.
And people on the internet are like, A24 just wants more money, or...
Yeah, everybody wants more money. We live in a capitalist society. What if everybody wants more money? Obviously.
And they're like, they're focusing on other productions because they're releasing other productions faster than they're releasing Has Been Hotel. And
yeah,
it's like,
duh.
Also, the writer's strike happened, and maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe other factors has something to do with it. I don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows. It's all fucking speculation at this point.
Yeah, unless you work within the fucking industry and you understand what's going on, then you really don't.
Unless you're in Spindlehorse, you have no idea what's going on.
Shut the hell up and support the people who are striking. Just let it happen. You'll get it eventually, I promise.
And also support the people who are working on the project. Maybe they aren't writers. Maybe they aren't actors. And maybe they're just a part of the production and also want the series to happen. Viv is not this evil villain that everyone tries to think she is. Obviously, she's made mistakes in the past, and people have talked about that. But, like...
Yeah, like, nobody is fucking a saint. And
yeah.
Whatever.
Anyway, she just wants to release her series. She's not trying to make millions of dollars off of this. She just wants...
That, and, like, it's okay to... I mean, if you want to make money, I mean, that's... Anything exists to make money in this fucking society.
Oh, but the point I was going to make, and this is also kind of speculation, but it's kind of speculation supported by evidence. The point that I was going to make about Heleva. So Heleva is a companion series to Has Been Hotel, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's purely YouTube released. It has no, like, formal production company. It's all just independent YouTube release content.
It's an indie project.
Exactly. There was an episode that was unable to be released for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And me and you talked about this briefly because Kesha is a voice actor in the series in that episode.
Yep.
And it's very highly likely that the primary reason that that episode couldn't be released is because of the legal issues that Kesha was going through.
Yeah. It's complicated when you have a label.
And so many
that
people
owns shit that you made.
So many people were pissed and ranting and fucking like degrading Heleva and Hasbin and Viv and Spindlehorse as...
And probably Kesha.
Well, we didn't know Kesha was going to be in it until the episode
released.
I
mean, I don't know if afterwards they were like, oh, it's Kesha, so look, of course it's Kesha's fault. I don't know. People love to just fucking hate on Kesha.
Yeah.
I don't know Kesha, but like, I'm just saying, people love to hate on Kesha.
But there was so much hate received because they were like, why can't this episode be released? It's stupid that you're skipping an episode and not releasing it until later. And like, even though the episode had nothing to do with like the actual plot, and Viv made a point to release that, she was like, this is a fantastical episode. This is an episode that was purely to be released because it was supposed to be funny and it was supposed to be a spectacle. So, like, it has nothing to do with the actual plot. You're not missing anything by us skipping this episode. People were super pissed that an episode got skipped.
Whatever, man.
And it's like, it's probably because Kesha was dealing with so many legal issues at the time.
Yeah, their hands were motherfucking tied. I 100% believe their hands were tied.
Yeah.
And fucking just shut up. Like, if you don't fucking work in the industry, you don't know what's going on. There's a whole lot of bullshit you have to deal with. Shut the hell up. Enjoy what you have. Just, like, wait. You know, like, the shit that you're waiting for, it's great to be excited about it. It'll happen eventually. Just fucking wait. Be patient. For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
But think of the poor millionaires. No, you know what? You're right. I didn't think about the millionaires, Sid. Yeah, the poor fucking millionaires. They gotta make their money.
Off topic, but I saw a pic of the actress who played Aunt May. Hey, sexual penguin.
Penguin, what's up?
Played Aunt May from the original Spider-Man movies,
shit.
striking, and I'm like, bro, I thought she was dead. She looked like 70 in 2020.
Yo, good for her.
In 2002.
But I must consume media. Bruh, what? I've got such a revelation for you that, like, media has been a thing for so long. There's so much content. There's more media for you to consume. Like, the amount of time it would take you to consume it is like thousands of hours
They
beyond
can't
your
afford
lifetime.
their second island.
No. What about their private jet?
No.
They can't destroy the environment with their private jets. I feel so bad for them.
I need help.
My fucking... Alright. Is it downstairs?
There's some in the fridge, yes.
I'll get some for you, but you must continue the plot.
I will continue the plot.
We've got like 30 minutes, so...
Just go grab the bottle from downstairs. It's a green bottle.
I will do so. It's in the fridge?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. But this has been our rant.
We have a lot of rants.
We got 30 minutes left. We gotta go. But like, just fucking wait.
Yeah, just be patient.
Let people make art the right way.
Creators want to create.
Yeah, trust that they do, and let them create things on their terms, which means that they get paid the right wages, they get the rights that they deserve. If that takes time for fucking corporations to fucking come to the table, let that happen.
I thought as much.
Oh god, it's Quentin.
Where do you find that one?
He reminds me of Varys a little bit. Anyways, I'll be right back.
I told you.
Also, Quentin is a reference to the books of A Song of Ice and Fire, by the way, a character that doesn't show up in the show.
Sympathetic.
Just wanted to say.
And he knows about your little sanctuary. I would never have guessed so many people were bent on setting us free. When last I checked, the mere thought would earn you a trip to the gallows.
I am well aware of the risks, as I am of the rewards.
And what could be more rewarding than your very own dominant of fire?
A dominant? Here? Now that I would like to see.
Oh my god, it's Belt.
Meaning you haven't.
No, but nothing passes unnoticed in Lost Wing. Take your brand, for example.
Oh shit, that's rude.
People will see that at once. And I need hardly tell you how they will greet the inquiries of a bearer. You are afraid your words will fall on deaf ears, as they have ever since the moment you were marked. Happily, I can provide a solution to your dilemma, as a favor to Sid, that is.
SIDS are appreciated in every
Take
universe.
this. You will find it has the uncanny power to loosen tongues.
Hanged
May the
man.
mothers guide you.
Thanks, bro.
This might be Imperial land, but here in Lost Wing, it's his word that's law.
But how?
You don't need to worry about that just yet. Trust me. Everyone in Lost Wing knows what that seal means, and what it means if they don't take note. Now we can sit here counting our blessings, or put them to good use and find that dominance. Your choice.
SIDS are the Chads of the FF universe. Even the lady in 15.
Let's see if this thing really works.
I do love FemCid in 15. Like I kind of mentioned before, I don't,
And that's all you can remember. Think hard.
I already told you. He was gone before any of us could get a good look under that hood of his.
I have only technically played 15 all the way through when it comes to Final Fantasy. Oh fuck, I'm getting discombobulated. Because I'm bad at directions. Kemi! You're gone! I need help! Well, now it's pointing this way, but when I went up, it said no! So maybe I should go this way?
Ah. Master Quinton took a liking to you, I see.
Thank you, baby.
There
I was getting lost.
Wonder what Gav will have to say about this. Speaking of whom, if
What'd I
you
make?
see him,
What happened?
tell him
Not
thanks
much.
for looking after us. Now, what can
It's
I
like,
help
we
you
know we need to go to Kaer Norvin, right?
Searching for a dominant of fire. Gav seems to think he might have taken refuge here.
We see a lot bearers around these parts.
Woodcutter looks like Bowie with a knockoff beard.
Now, whether or not that makes him a dominant, I can't say. But the Waluders certainly took a keen interest in the poor sod.
Did you get a look at him?
Didn't have a chance. One of the other bearers might have done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sits for the chats of the Final Fantasy universe. Even the lady one in 15. People always forget that, like, Cindy isn't the Cid of 15. There is a Cid in 15. He's the grandpa.
Well, technically, Cindy is also a Cid
Yeah,
of 15.
there's-
She's a Cid. Final Fantasy
There's two of them.
15 has two.
Yeah, exactly. But there is a Cid
Yeah,
and
her
a Cindy.
grandpa. But what I was saying earlier, that I love the fact that Final Fantasy has Cids.
Exactly.
Because there's no other series that has a character named Cid spelled the same way I do.
Yeah.
So I feel recognized and represented.
There must be a Cid in every Final Fantasy. It's the rule.
Yes.
Cindy has great personalities, correct.
Yes,
Plural.
I love Cindy. And for those of you who don't know, the reason why I love Cindy so much is because my dead name, which remember, this is my dead name, so please never call me the fuck by this name. But my dead name is Cynthia. And so when I was growing up,
I don't think you've ever actually said that before.
Yeah. So growing up, everyone I knew, my whole family, whatever, Cindy was the nickname for Cynthia. And so I've grown up my whole life being called Cindy. And it is not a fun name for me. I hate it. It is my dead name.
It's especially interesting, though, that Final Fantasy it did the thing.
It did the thing, and, like, if I remember correctly, everyone called Cindy Cid for short. And
Well, not in the game, but, like, before the game came out, everyone was like, this game Cid is the Cindy.
Yeah.
Because no one knew about Grandpa Cid yet.
Yeah, and it made my heart so happy. Because I was like, that's me! That's fucking me!
Well, you're both, because you're also the Grandpa Cid.
I am also the Grandpa Cid. But yeah, my dead name is Cindy, and
It's very cool of you to just say that to the fucking internet.
I mean, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I know. But it was just like,
I still have family members because I'm not super out with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I still have family members that call me by that name. And
I hate that.
Yeah, but I would never try to get in a conversation with them about that kind of thing.
Your family, a lot of your family is very southern.
Anyone other than my mom is pretty much terrible. Yeah. My mom and my brother.
They're the worst. I don't like them.
Anyone other than my mom and my brother is terrible.
I'm gonna call you Turbo from now on. What?
But, yeah, it's really awesome. It's really, really fucking awesome to see a series that uses your name.
In every game, there's always a Cid.
There's always a Cid.
And they're always rad.
And the fact that there was one game that had a Cid that was previously, or like
Also
referred to as Cindy was
Yeah.
just kind of like cool.
I love
It was just
Cindy
really cool.
because she's a fucking grease monkey, and also her voice actress in the dub. Like I've played
It's super good.
I've played 15 both subbed and dubbed, by the way. Like a full playthrough, subbed and dubbed.
Nice.
And I would say Cindy is one of the characters. Cindy and Ignis are the characters that I prefer dubbed. Because Cindy's voice actress is so fucking cute, and her accent is everything. Her little southern accent is so cute. It's Texan, I think.
I'm getting like tears in my eyes right now because I'm like, I don't know.
The
Final
way she
Fantasy.
calls Sid like fucking Pawpaw. I love it. It's so cute.
Because like if I'm not mistaken, she is referred to as Sid at one point.
I don't remember that happens in the game, unless you originally mistaken her that way when you first meet her, and then she's like, "Oh, that's my pawpaw. He's I take over the garage nowadays."
I don't know,
or something like that. But
Either
everyone
way,
before the game came out was like, "Oh, this Final Fantasy
Maybe-
Sid is Cindy."
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
But I think
Either
when you first
way-
go to the garage, they are like, "Oh, you're Sid," and she's like, "Well, yeah, but like the actual Sid is my pawpaw."
Either way, it gives my heart super happies, and I hate the name Cindy for a plethora of reasons.
Yeah, we don't have to get into that, but
I also love the idea of someone just like, I don't know, taking back their name, because that's kind of what I tried to do.
yeah, no, I understand it.
Sid is a shortened version of the name that I was provided at birth, and it's a name that feels...
Sid's way cooler.
It feels right for me.
And it is, yes, I agree.
Hey, what's up, freed villager? I am also freed by the name Sid.
Master Quentin must think you're important. It was a good thing you done today, getting rid of those bastards. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd be on my way to Ash by now, along with the others. Poor buggers.
These others, was there a dominant among them? A dominant of fire?
Might have been, yeah. Royalists seem to think there was, anyhow. A thin bloke all swallowed up in his robes like one of Great Grieger's churchmen.
Yep, that's the one.
Anything else about him?
Only that he weren't alone. Was a young maid who went wherever he did, including the church, and wherever the Royalists dragged them both off to before you got here.
Yep.
Thank you.
I tried 16 with the Japanese dub. I haven't done that yet. I'm so in love with everyone's performance in this dub. This is a very good dub. Ben Starr, what an actor, I have to say.
So, wait, I had a point, but I forgot it. I'm gonna pet my dog now.
Pet him! But yeah, this dub is something else. Like, it's very good. I'm sure the Japanese dub obviously is really good too. But obviously, I'm not fluent in Japanese. I do speak Japanese, but I'm not fluent. So
Same.
There's the subtle the nuance in the performance is lost on me because I'm not a native speaker. So
Yeah.
in a really good dub, it resonates stronger with me. Does the dog fight? Yes. And you can pet him all the time. It rules.
Even though Square is a Japanese company, I'm pretty sure this game is lip synced
For English,
though.
That would make sense, honestly. I could see that.
Who saved Mummy? Thank you.
Just because the way that I understand the development of this went, with them like basing a lot of it on Game of Thrones, which is a natively English property. So like,
interest you in today?
I guess I get it, even though it is a Japanese company, and you're right. And I could be talking out of my ass because I have not played this game in Japanese yet. So
I think there maybe is a lot of series that are, well, I say series, but not just series, games as well, are because they're doing like pan releases. I don't know if that's the
like a
correct term.
simuldub type thing.
Yeah. They might be trying to do.
So it's not simuldub if it's a game. That's like a serialized show release schedule thing.
But you get what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
They might be doing mouth flaps to kind of match both.
Some games do that. A lot of games do that. Some games do. I haven't shown you. I just finished the playthrough of Like a Dragon, which is the new iteration of Yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
It's technically like Yakuza 7.
Yeah.
The dub and sub, they programmed the lip sync mouth flaps for both.
Yeah.
If you switch to the English dub, the mouth flaps will sync to English words. It's incredible. I was so distracted originally because of how good it was. I'm going to have to show that to you sometime. Because the dub is good too, which is kind of a new thing for Yakuza. I gotta say. Like, Yakuza has a sordid past when it comes to localization. So I'm used to playing it in Japanese and only ever played it in Japanese.
We played 0 in Japanese.
We played all of them in Japanese.
Yeah.
I only switched to English for a few chapters of 7 just to see what it was like, because I knew that Kaiji Teng plays Ichiban, and Kaiji is a very prominent English voice actor. So you know him as the Persona 5 weapons dealer guy, the one who's you should be grateful. I fucking love him.
He's so sexy.
He's so sexy. It's great. The dub is good. It's very good. It's well written, it's well acted, and I was so surprised to see that they programmed the flaps specifically for the dub. So, yeah, Mark Hamill as Majima in the original PS2 game was good. It was a good choice. Mark Hamill was good as Majima. But it was like...
Mark Hamill is good as anything, though.
It's not that, like... Yakuza's had a sordid past when it comes to dubs.
For sure. A lot of series have. Even, like I said before, I've been watching One Piece. I finished it... Sorry. I finished it in Japanese, and I'm now rewatching it in English.
Right, but you're watching Funimation, not the 4Kids dub.
I am watching... Well, to be fair, I've watched a lot of Funimation, which was fun. But I'm watching the Funimation, the actual, like... They tried.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I laughed because of 4Kids, because the 4Kids dub is so fucking funny.
And a good friend of ours is actually casted in later on. I haven't got to that part of the series yet, but they're casted in.
Yeah, and wrote a bunch of episodes.
But
and she did a great job.
Yeah. And like the English dub for the most part is borderline between acceptable and good.
Dubs are getting to that point.
Yeah, well, like what the episodes I'm watching right now are like 2000s era. You know, so they're like
the revolution.
Exactly, the revolution. So like future episodes where it gets more modern, I know is going to be very good. They have a handful of characters that are not cast the best.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean the overall series is bad. Just because you cast one character off doesn't mean that the series as itself is poor.
Where's the fucking rap theme song? Dreamin', don't give it up, Yuffie.
Dreamin', don't give it up, Tommy.
It's actually the person that we're talking about that was a writer. That was like an inside joke with us for a while. It was really fucking funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, dubs are getting really, really good now. I prefer some dubs. Like, the last anime I watched was Chainsaw Man. I prefer the dub of Chainsaw Man, personally.
Okay.
Because of the same friend is in that dub, yes. But also because, I can't remember his name or friends on Twitter. The guy who voices Denji.
Who's the best character, by the way?
But like
or my favorite character.
The dub actor for Denji has a connection and can relate to Denji's character because of his past in poverty. So there's a lot that resonates with an English listener of somebody who's voicing this character who is struggling in a similar way that the voice actor really has struggled with. It really shines through. And whoever wrote the dub did a fantastic job. And I've heard some people who have watched it subbed who are like, I don't really get the hype. And maybe it's because I binged the season with the friend who voices the character in Chainsaw Man. She's Himeno, okay? I'm like trying to dance around it, okay? But like we watched it together, we watched it together, and I was like, maybe that added to the experience because yeah, like there's hype with that, but also it's like you get like little interjections of like, oh, this is what this was like. But like, but it's not that though, because particularly when talking about Denji, because I don't know the actor for Denji personally.
Right.
But when I was made aware of the fact that he came from that background, it clicked. I was like, that's why this fucking performance hits so much harder, because like it really resonates. Like I can tell that he fucking connects with Denji as an actor.
So something I want to bring up briefly. I'm sorry we're rambling so much.
Yeah, we really need to go, but like fucking okay, go ahead.
Okay.
And then we'll get started with this next part.
Dubs have been hit or miss with people throughout the existence of anime being dubbed, right?
I love power. Continue.
I have yet to see the English dub of Chainsaw Man. I watched it in its entirety. I love Chainsaw Man. It's a really fucking good series and I can't wait till season 2. But I watched it in sub. Because I watch most series in sub. Because I tend to watch it before a dub exists.
Yeah. Which is another thing, because simuldub is now a thing.
Right. Which was a point I wanted to get to also.
Yeah.
But, long time ago when I was a small boy, I prefer Trigun in English. I have always preferred the Trigun series in English.
I have a few series that are like that. I have a few series I prefer in the sub, like 100 all the time, forever. But like, there's some things that just, and it's, sorry, I'm like derailing a little. But the point is that I wanted to get with the whole thing with Chainsaw Man. The whole reason I brought it up is because the resonation, like with Denji's voice actor and stuff, it's like as English speakers, this is something we can pick up on because we speak the language, we understand the language fluently, we grew up in the language, so like we can pick up on things, tones of voice, like little cues, little hints. When you're listening to something in Japanese and you don't speak Japanese fluently, you can read the subtitles and you can get a feeling by tone of voice as to what they're getting at with the emotion, but you will never fully understand good or bad performance, whether like the full extent of the emotion that's being portrayed, because you don't speak the language. You don't know exactly what they're saying and how they're saying it.
And you and I just wanted to add this in. You and I speak Japanese on a decent level.
I can understand Japanese when it's being spoken.
Yes. And
to an extent.
I took like 4 years of Japanese in college. So I don't know if that means, because I kind of understand intonation.
I understand it to an extent, but there's some subtleties that I think I understand, but it's like there are some performances where I can listen to the Japanese and the English will still hit harder because I can fully pick up on the context of the scene instead of what the subtitles are telling me to understand.
I think I am referring in my brain more so to One Piece because I've done a lot of research in One Piece, and because I do know Japanese on like a rudimentary level. I don't know if that's the right word, I apologize, but because I understand it on a basic level and I understand that there's nuance to like the jokes they're making and like what kind of the intonation means, because my Japanese instructor was pretty specific on intonation.
Right. And emotion can be universal. You can pick up emotionally on how it feels, because you can feel that in things that aren't even speaking a language, like the way that dogs whine. You can understand that they are longing or hungry, or, you know, like there's a door between you and dog and it wants to be pet. And you can feel that in the dog's whine. But, like, there's still shit that when you understand all of the context is going to resonate with you more because you have everything you need to know. Whereas, like, in Japanese, you can get the feeling of what's happening. You can read the subtitles and you can hear the intonation of the actor's voice and know that, like, this is the emotion of the scene. But you're reading still and just hearing the intonation. You're not comprehending the speech itself because you don't speak the language.
Right.
That's where good dubs can really shine through.
But I guess I wanted to say with, like, simuldubs, like what you were talking about, is that a lot of the time in animation, I don't know if video games are doing this as much, but I know that anime is doing this, is that they will purposefully try to lessen the mouth flaps, or I don't know if it's lessen, but they'll adjust the mouth flaps in a way that it fits both.
Yeah, that is a thing with simuldubs. That's not as much of a thing with video games because it's easier to go in with video games and, like, adjust things.
Right.
Or, like, you know, like, change. There's a lot more leniency in mouth flaps in video games. I'll be straight with you. I could play through this in Japanese, and I probably will. This game fucking hits in English in a way that can possibly be... not even possibly, will certainly be portrayed in Japanese, but will not resonate as hard with me. This dub is phenomenal. And it won't hit me personally as an English speaker as hard in Japanese. 100% guarantee you that will be the case.
I feel that with, again, I mentioned before, the Trigun dub. I have watched Trigun in both Japanese and English. And please don't misunderstand. I have a Trigun tattoo. Yep. Trigun is one of my favorite manga and anime series of all time. I have issues with the anime, both in Japanese and in English. I love this series deep in my soul. And I still feel that the English, at least for me, like you were saying, obviously to a Japanese speaker, it might be different because of the intonation. It is different. Yeah,
There's no way that it's not different.
But for me personally, in English, it makes so much more sense.
Yes,
especially because the main character, the character that you're supposed to be empathetic and feeling with, because it's not one of those series, right, with where the main character is the antagonist. Because I know that's more of a trope that's becoming popular, right?
Yeah.
But this is a series where the main character is someone that you're supposed to resonate with, right? Yeah. I feel so much with Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah. And
his portrayal of Vash.
Yeah.
It is perfect to what the manga represented.
It's the same for 16, because the very last stream we did of this, like, the way that Ben Starr is able to portray Clive, you know, like when his fucking brother is dying and you can hear the fucking desperation in his voice. You can hear that in the Japanese dub too, I am sure. But getting to know Ben Starr's version of Clive as an English speaker and understanding exactly what's happening and how he's calling out to Joshua, like, it totally fucking hits. Yeah. It hits mega hard. Ben Starr is incredible. So it's like, I'm not saying the Japanese dub wouldn't hit as hard if I spoke both languages. It's just that because I'm an English speaker fluently, that Ben Starr is a phenomenal actor. And this performance of Clive is obviously going to resonate with me so much stronger than the Japanese voice actor of Clive.
Just like Johnny Young Bosch resonated with me.
Yes.
What did Penguin say?
The only complaint I'd have with the voice acting of this game is where some characters seem like they'd have accents based on the region of the world they've been inspired from rather than everything having perfect English fluency. Actually, I kind of think that is the case for the most part, the only exception of that being Sid. I would say that Benedicta and, oh no, help, the King of Elude. What's his fucking name? I should know this. Oh no. You know what I mean. The King of Elude and his fucking attendant that reminds me of, the wind guy from Berserk. Help. They all seem to have this certain accent that is very Waloed. And there's another character from Waloed that you meet near the end game that has almost exactly the same accent. So I would agree. Barnabas. That's it. Yeah, I would say that Benedicta, Barnabas's right-hand man, and the other character that you meet much, much, much later in Waloed, they all have a very similar Scandinavian type accent? I can't remember. Barnabas's actor is...
I'm not sure. You're going a bit above my head for these references.
You have not met him yet. Well, you have. He's in, like, the earliest cutscene. He's like that guy that's sitting at the table with the old dudes. But he doesn't say anything. He's just like, I'm bored. Fucking talk for me. But they do have an accent that is distinct from everybody else on this continent. I will say that. Sid is supposed to be from Ash. He doesn't have an accent like theirs, so I will give you that. But I don't know how long he's been on Storm, so maybe his accent has just kind of adapted.
They have a Power Rangers reunion special on Netflix, and Johnny Young Bosch killed it even though he was on the screen for like 3 minutes.
Nice.
Listen, something else I love about you, Johnny Young Bosch, just a little mini rant from me. I'm sorry.
I know, I was like, it's like almost time to go.
Listen.
I fucking love Johnny Young Bosch, though. Like,
we can do this.
I'm looking up a thing. Go ahead.
I believe in me. And this is something maybe you don't know, which brings me so much joy.
I'm familiar with Johnny Young Bosch's roots in Power Rangers and stuff.
No. This has nothing to do with Power Rangers.
Oh, okay. No, go ahead.
It has to do with One Piece.
Oh, okay. Then maybe I don't.
Johnny Young Bosch is an actor that I have loved for a very long time. He was also, if I'm not mistaken, him for another actor. Forgive me, I'm a little tipsy. He was also, what's his name in Hook? I can't think of his name. The dude with red and black hair. Anyway. Rufio?
No, that's Zuko's voice actor.
Okay, I am mixing up actors.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't remember his name either. But Zuko is a very specific. It's not Johnny Young Bosch. I know that.
Okay. Never mind. Forget that. Either way, Johnny Young Bosch is a prolific voice actor, and yes, he did do Power Rangers, and he's also done a ton of anime voices, and he's a wonderful, as far as I know, because obviously I don't know of any scandals involving Johnny Young Bosch.
Who knows? None that I'm aware of, but who knows?
He was casted in One Piece. Donnie Bosco. Yes, thank you.
Donnie Bosco. Yes, thank you.
Donnie Bosco is Rufio.
Also a great actor.
But Johnny Young Bosch played Vash, which was a very important character to me. And he was in Power Rangers, and he did an amazing job in Power Rangers.
And Akira. And like a billion other things.
And
like
a million
other things.
Yes. But he was casted in One Piece fairly recently as a recast.
Oh, yeah. I did know this.
For Vic Mignogna.
Because fuck Vic Mignogna.
Because fuck Vic Mignogna, but also he was against Vic Mignogna.
Good. I mean, if there are anybody who watch us, who either if you defend Vic Mignogna, fuck you. But if you're unsure about, you're like, I don't know. There's all this stuff about Vic Mignogna, and I heard about it, but I don't really know.
Yeah,
rest assured that I have seen it in person.
And
I have personally seen Vic Mignogna put his hands on an underage girl. That is someone I have witnessed with my own eyes. So believe me when I tell you that Vic Mignogna is a fucking creep.
Are we on the same
Everyone
girl?
knew it.
Are we on the same girl?
Yes, I think so. We were friends still.
Obviously, we were friends for a long time. But,
she was 110% a minor. And I saw
her
it.
testimony was actually partially used in the case against him.
Yeah. And also, the stuff not relating to him being a creep.
It was very briefly mentioned, but it was used as evidence.
The stuff about him using his fans for unpaid labor, by the way, not relating to him being a creep, just him being related to like being like using his fans for free labor. I personally did help him sell his CDs at a convention when I was also underage. So that was a thing that I can confirm personally for myself, that I helped sell his fucking Christian CDs in like 2007. So it's a thing. It's real. It happened. And I can attest for it. I've seen it. I've been around it. Everyone in the convention circuit knew about it. It was an open secret and everybody fucking knew.
Either way, the point I'm trying to make is the character that Vic Mignogna was originally casted in was a character called Sabo, who's a very important character in One Piece. He doesn't come in until later in the series, but he's a very fucking important character. And originally Vic Mignogna was casted as this character, and I've heard Vic Mignogna's portrayal of this character, and Johnny Young Bosch was recasted as this character and did the same lines and reproduced the lines that Vic Mignogna gave.
His range is perfect, honestly, for that.
It is so good.
Johnny Young Bosch could definitely replicate the same voice type.
Not only the same voice type, but like, I don't know. I don't think... maybe I'm biased, but...
It's okay.
Vic...
He's a fucking creep. Who cares?
Not Vic. Johnny hit a part of my soul with this character. Because this character is so honestly, like, not only pivotal, but very emotional to the series. Like, he's very, very important. I can't stress enough how important this character is. And with Johnny's recasting, he gets it.
Yeah.
He gets it.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's beautiful, and it's...
Which, like, fucking good for him.
Yeah.
And good for all of us, honestly.
Yeah, he gets it, and he portrayed it perfectly, and Johnny Young Bosch... He'll never hear this, and I hope to fucking God you never have any kind of... what's it called? Tragedy or scandal or anything like that. Because at this point, I absolutely adore you, and you're a wonderful actor.
Oh, to Johnny. I was like, what are you getting at?
You're a wonderful actor, and you mean a lot to me as an actor, and I hope to fucking...
I'm trying really hard these days to just not get that attached to any particular actor, unless I know them, like, personally.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I'm like, I love you and I respect you, but, like, if you do any fucking weird shit, I'll drop you in a second. I respect Ben Starr as an actor myself, like, a lot. The actor who voices Clive.
Yeah.
So much respect. If I find out that Ben Starr has creeped on girls, I'm not saying that he is. This is hypothetical. As far as I know, Ben Starr is 100% wholesome.
Yeah.
But if it comes out that anything bad has ever happened with him, I'll fucking drop him like a hot fucking potato.
Oh,
I
the
don't
same
fucking
goes with
attach
me.
myself to anybody anymore. I
Yeah.
used to, is the point. I used to do that.
Yeah, no, same goes with me.
That's why people still stand Vic Mignogna, because they get too attached.
No. At this point in my life, I've never heard of anything going negative with Johnny Young Bosch, right?
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
If
I don't know.
I heard of anything or was aware of anything that was creeper or gross or whatever, I'd drop in a second too.
Yeah, if it comes up, fuck him. But so far, I've never heard anything, so.
So far I've never heard anything, and the influence he's had on my life for what he has done, I love.
Yeah.
So I love Johnny Young Bosch. I love what he's done, and he's an amazing, wonderful person, human being in my eyes, an actor, primarily actor. Love him. And he does a wonderful job. If that changes, I'll drop him like a sack of potatoes. But at this point, love Johnny.
I looked up the actors, by the way. We were talking about Penguin. They're all Norwegian. So there is actually a thread of accents from people from Lud, except for Sid.
Okay.
But they are Norwegian. So that's cool.
Kafka had a moment about One Piece. Hold on. Now, one last One Piece question I have for the Z movie was Oda actually a fan of Avril Lavigne, or was that something the internet
What?
made up?
What about Avril Lavigne?
I don't know.
What?
I personally don't know. I can't. You'll have to remind me. I don't remember the Avril Lavigne reference.
Are you just being a fucking troll right now,
Well,
Kafka?
I believe the end of Z had
know anything about One Piece.
had a Avril Lavigne song.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, absolutely. If I'm not mistaken, there's not much. I'm sorry.
More important characters definitely had them, but it's more NPC characters. Okay, I can't go into any spoilers with you, but from what I understand, characters in Waloed also had a very similar accent. But I can't go into any more detail without spoiling things about Waloed,
Yeah,
so
the
I can't.
movie had her covering a Nickelback song. It was the ending song.
No. It's not that I. You can't deny that you've been a fucking troll in the past sometimes about some things, just to be a silly lad. But like, Avril Lavigne is so like not very relevant in modern day. So I was like, what?
No, it's absolutely true. It's absolutely
That's really
true.
funny.
One Piece's the movie Z.
That's so funny.
The ending song. I'm almost positive it was the ending
It's
song.
even funnier that it's a Nickelback song.
had an Avril Lavigne cover of a Nickelback song. That is absolutely true.
That's really funny.
I can gaslight pretty good.
See, yeah, right? It's not a dig. It's all in good fucking fun.
Exactly. She was married to Trad Kroger, so it makes sense that she would cover a Nickelback song. But
okay.
Also, can I just mention that Avril Lavigne
is not a clone?
Also, well, yeah, A, not a clone, B,
fucking weirdos.
Kind of an amazing person.
From what I understand, yeah.
Yeah. She has, like, a few exes nowadays, because she's been married, like, 2 or 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all still friends with her.
Yeah. Which is, like...
Like, she's chill.
In my eyes, pretty normal. But
Yeah.
apparently is not
Yeah, like,
super normal.
she's fucking chill, so...
Like, I'm friends with all my exes.
Personally, my opinion of Avril Lavigne is...
They didn't just end up being her skater boy.
Personally, my view on Avril Lavigne is she misunderstood some cultural things. She had a little bit of like a misunderstanding with like cultural acceptance, which is like fair.
Yeah.
But for the most part, she's chill.
Yeah. This conversation has been very 2010s. Oh, fuck. This is why I love y'all, because if Sid and I were playing this not on stream, this conversation never would have happened.
Exactly. But yeah, I have no idea if Oda loves Avril Lavigne or not, to be fair.
I love y'all.
I love Oda, and I have a lot of arguments for Oda, and also against Oda, but mostly for. Either way, I think Oda is pretty cool, pretty chill. But I have no idea if he loves Avril Lavigne or not. I'm sorry.
Just assume yes. Speak
Tell
with
me
Sid.
That scowl means you've got good news.
Oh, my face hurts from cackling. What scowl?
So, a shady lad with a hood, and his equally shady lass. Not much to go on.
I'm not convinced the one with the hood is a lad.
I've been thinking, if our friend is a dominant...
I mean, that's fair. We can't see
burn
anything.
the Royalists to a crisp. There's a reason he's holding back. And I reckon it has something to do
I
with...
heard their voice briefly, and
One of the villagers I talked to said that
I'm not certain that it's a lad.
The Waluders have
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
before starting any fight.
I'm surprised at how little I remember the beginning of this.
To have a level head. He's careful, cunning, and he doesn't want to be found. This could spell trouble. For us and the Royalists both. Still, it'll be a whole lot worse if we set off after them with bleary eyes and empty bellies.
So,
that's true.
Pallets waiting for us back at the inn. Shall we?
We shall.
We shall.
Party makeup something.
Nah, it just means that Sid is, like, no longer in a... We just need to speak with Quentin so we can stay the night.
Okay,
He's
cool.
behind you. You're running away from him.
I am? Okay.
Yeah, back inside we go.
There he is.
Now, about those beds.
I appreciate the bags under Quentin's eyes.
I seem to recall your request being to spend the night. And for that, the floor will more than suffice.
Better than a wet rock, I suppose.
Just give us some blankets, we'll be good.
My thanks, Quentin. Next time you're at the hideaway, our floor's all yours.
No need for thanks, Sid. This isn't an act of charity.
You don't say.
In exchange for my floor, I shall be requiring your services.
Oh, shit.
The Royalists saw fit to erect a barricade across the road south when they occupied the village, and failed to remove it when they left. I expect it to be gone before you leave.
Yeah, alright. I can't, like, it's, like, annoying, but I also understand him in the way that he's, like, I'm a dude that's looking out for my people, so if you're gonna sleep on my floors, you're gonna do a service for my people. I get it, because, like, technically we're, like,
Well, that's
outlaws
than expected.
or whatever.
First time dismantling the barricade? It gets easier, don't worry.
I won't.
It, like, rubs you the wrong way, but he's not necessarily in the wrong, looking out for his own.
Sure.
Unless you'd rather wait.
No more waiting.
Go to sleep, Clive.
Unless...
No, we gotta get rid of the thing first.
You should be so lucky.
Oh, I thought we already did. My bad.
Oh, no, wait, we did, because our thing right now is make for Caer Norvent, so let's go.
Okay. I just wanted to say one more thing about 2010's topic concerning anime dubs. Has anyone here seen the Naruto
German opening dub?
Yes.
No? Is it something particularly special? I have not seen the German opening dub.
I have seen the German opening dub, only because I have a very close friend who is...
It is special.
Who lives in Germany.
Oh, that's right! I forget that you have friends in Germany.
Yes. And she has a very huge problem with German dubs, because apparently they're not great. There's a handful. There's a very small handful of dubs that she loves. but the Naruto dub is not one
You know,
that she loves.
from my understanding of, and this is more based in games, and you can go ahead and just fuck it. You have a little ways to go. From my understanding, I think you need to go up also. German dubs are a little hit or miss. And this is, again, gaming, not necessarily anime. Spanish dubs are usually pretty bad. So are Italian dubs.
Really?
French dubs are usually very good. Weirdly. Something's up with the Japan-France relationship. Where, like, French dubs, at least in games, or French translations, are usually very good. And it's gotten better over the years, from what I understand, in other places. But notoriously, Spanish and Italian dubs and translations have not been good. And German has been like, eh. Like, sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. Euro Spanish dubs from Spain dubs are bad. Yeah, see? That's what I've been... And it used to be worse, is from what I understand. Like, it's just now, in the year of our Lord 2023, is just, like, now becoming better. Like, it's always been bad.
That's funny to me. I mean, maybe they're only watching...
To take the care that have posted sentries to prevent any unwelcome surprises.
Makes
At least
sense.
I would have.
Well, you should know.
Bold of you to assume they would just operate the way you would have. Being a smart man.
That's really interesting to me, especially, again, because I'm very much in the One Piece fandom right now. One Piece, and maybe they're only watching the sub, so I have no idea. But One Piece is extremely popular in South America.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But also, I think what it is for games is that there were, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys. If you guys know more about this than I do in chat, please let me know. But from what I remember learning in video games, is that there were certain regulations that restricted certain games and certain game systems in certain regions. You know how China never has anything. They have knockoffs because they don't have certain game consoles released in China, so they make up knockoff versions. It's something like that, but not to that extreme. Like, there were things like that in South America, in Spain, like places, you know, like in Mexico. So, like, they got stuff late. They got stuff later than we did.
And he sent his best to execute it.
So, like, game dev departments, when they were developing games, developing translations, usually they do that nowadays before the game releases at all. So, like, their departments of translation, usually the translation department for Latin-speaking countries were much smaller than, say, like, French or something like that. Or English. English always gets the most staff, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think in gaming that had a lot to do with what, like, the region, you know, like, things became available, and then it was like, how many people are going to work in this field? Because in other countries, more people were already in this field, so there were more people to hire. You know what I mean? So, like, now it's catching up. Like, there are good things now. But, like, because it was bad for so long, it's just now getting to the point where shit's getting good. Decent. And I could be wrong, by the way. Like, this is just from what I understand, from what I've heard, read. And even now, when you look at the credits in video games, when you look at the translation credits, the department for anything like Latin speaking or anything German or anything like that, it's always like the staff is super small. And then the French staff is a little bigger. And then the English staff has its whole fucking section. You know what I mean?
So
Italian, too. Italian dubs get very left out.
So you say, I just wanted to mention, Brazil loves One Piece when Luffy turned out to be Brazilian, holy moly.
Yeah, anime could be totally different. I'm speaking on video games.
Right. But I just wanted to mention, because not a lot of people know this, but Oda has given kind of, it's a little weird because the One Piece world, the One Piece universe or whatever is slightly different than our known universe, right? But he's given a proximities to like where characters would have been origined from.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So he's like, oh, this character, if you give a real world, like approximation, this is where they'd be from. Luffy is Brazilian.
Yeah. A real, a true Brazil mention moment.
Yes. So
iconic. Love it.
Luffy is canonically South American.
Which
Luffy
is like people for the live action fucking shitting their pants, and it's like, bruh, Luffy's Brazilian.
Luffy canonically speaks Spanish. Luffy canonically, which I believe the actor, which I might be wrong here because again, I'm a little drunk. But
and I don't know shit about One Piece.
I believe the actor is technically Mexican.
I think I remember seeing that, but I don't know.
But either way, he speaks Spanish and he loves Brazil culture because obviously the release of the One Piece live action mini trailer was released in Brazil, and he like raved and ranted about how much he loves Brazil. Either way, Luffy is a Hispanic man.
Yeah.
And it drives me...
It's weird because, like, I don't watch One Piece, but I knew that. I have known this for so long, so it's really weird to see people get really fucking gatekeepy about what Luffy should be when I'm like, I don't even watch One Piece.
Right.
And I know that Luffy is Brazilian.
Exactly. Luffy is canonically Brazilian. Luffy is canonically Hispanic. Like, what is your problem? What is your problem? Zoro is canonically Japanese.
Yeah.
Nami...
Usopp is African, isn't he?
Yes! Usopp is canonically from Africa.
What? I don't even watch One Piece.
To be fair, Oda never specified what African country because he knows less about it.
Right, and Africa itself is not a country.
Yes, it's a huge continent. But he did denote that Usopp is from Africa. So, Usopp's from Africa, Luffy is from South America, Zoro is from Japan, Nami? Swedish!
Oh yeah, I knew that too! And I've never watched One Piece in my life. I cannot stress this enough.
Robin? Russian!
I didn't know that, but I don't know that much about Robin.
Robin is Russian.
She comes a lot later.
Frankie? American!
Yeah, it's very diverse. Everyone's from a bunch of different places. Yeah, and fucking, yeah, I love Mexico and Brazil. Like, the way that they love anime.
I have a lot of opinions and headcanons about pre-time skip Robin, okay? I can't get into that now, but just understand that I love Robin. She's one of my favorite characters, and I might headcanon her as part Egyptian. Just saying.
That's cool.
And obviously she has a canon Russian background.
Get him, boy.
But maybe I headcanon her as
over here.
Maybe I headcanon her as like half Egyptian. I'm just saying.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyway. That's personal.
Also, I just want to give shout outs because of, like Mexico and Brazil and their love of anime and stuff like that. But I want to shout them out because of their love for fucking dance games. The Pump It Up community would be dead if it wasn't for Mexico and Brazil.
You're absolutely right.
Shout outs. Y'all kept it alive.
She was also apparently a very late bloomer, if you know what I mean. Well, like... All right, hold on one second.
Yeah, wait, the shit's important. Hang on.
There's an old sluice that empties under the bridge. It should see us through to the lower levels of the care. Sid,
What's up, baby?
we both know why I'm here. But what is it that you want?
He's so convinced that Sid wants something out of this.
Handful of outcasts.
Equality, baby.
If anyone ever learned what you've been doing with their property...
They'd have my head in a box. But this isn't just about dominance and bearers, it's about all of us. What I want is to build a place where it doesn't matter what you are, but who you are.
Like, Clive cannot comprehend that he's a revolutionary. He just can't comprehend it.
Place like that. So, until it is, I use the power I've been given to show people there is hope.
One second.
I love this man. I love these men.
Yeah.
I love both of them.
Baby. My baby. You, my baby. You will love One Piece.
I know I will.
I'm not saying you have to watch the whole thing or anything like that.
I know
I'm
that
just...
you'll love the books more than the show when you ever get around to listening to them for Game of Thrones.
This, Benedicta.
Exactly.
It'll make you understand just how shallow the show is, honestly. Please read the books.
Don't underestimate her, Clive. A fight with her icon is not one you're likely to walk away from.
Garuda. Warden of the Wind.
Oh. Okay.
I had to really think about it because I can't remember the last Final Fantasy where Garuda was actually important. But thinking about it, Final Fantasy summons don't have a lot of wind summon characters. I think Garuda's the only one I can think of. I mean, there's Quetzalcoatl, but I think Quetzalcoatl's more like thunder, like Rama is. So, like, if y'all can think of another wind one, fucking illuminate me because I am drawing a blank. Garuda is it, and I had to think really hard about it when it showed up in this game. I was like, who? Garuda? Oh yeah, Garuda, you know?
I ain't gonna watch OP, but I'll go through the effort of reading the manga because that's what I love.
Yeah, I read some of the manga. I'm going to watch One Piece. Someone has told me about One Piece. It's on a tab in my phone. I'm gonna watch it. I've read the manga, but not very far. I've read the manga up to Chopper.
Which is actually pretty far.
Or Sanji. Who comes first? I don't remember.
Sanji comes first.
So Chopper. I've read the manga up to Chopper. And then I stopped reading it. Not because I didn't like it, just because I stopped reading it and then forgot. And this was decades ago at this point.
Listen, I am holding off on reading the manga. I actually want to read the manga, but I'm holding off on it specifically because experience-wise, I want to finish the anime and then read the manga through because it'll be a different experience, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and it is different, you know, like from the clips of the anime that I've seen. Yeah, it is different.
I'll be fair in that it's not super different because the anime tries to match the manga frame by frame.
But mediums will always convey a different feeling.
You're totally right. You're totally right.
But yeah, so eventually I'll watch it.
Looks like it.
But yeah, I think I stopped reading the manga before I moved to North Carolina, so 2004 or 4 or 5? Fucking I don't know. A long time ago.
I won't go. Obviously, there's
anime padding is a very normal thing. That's just a thing that happens.
Anime padding? What does
Like
that
for
mean?
serialization, they draw out episodes. Things go by much more quickly in a written and drawn format than it does in an animated format.
Okay.
That's what padding is.
Just understand that. I'm sorry, I can't eloquently word it right now, but just understand that as much as I want anyone, whether it's one pace or skipping arcs or
I don't want to skip arcs.
whatever you need to get through the series, I support, right? Just understand that I have watched One Piece almost twice now. I'm about 1.5 ways through the series. Just understand that this series is, as much as Oda has his failures, as much as there may be rises and falls, this is one of the best series I've ever seen.
It's iconic. It's the Titan of anime for a reason.
And I don't even mean that in a way...
I've never even watched it, and I understand that.
I don't even mean that in a way that's like, I'm trying to compare it to anything.
No.
I'm trying to...
You don't have to.
Say one thing or the other.
It stands on its own merit for a reason.
It literally... It's my favorite anime.
It's, yeah, the same way that other, like, titans of anime have stood on their own for a reason. It's because, as much as you can maybe reduct certain tropes or whatever, they were the original of those tropes. Like, they changed the game. Like, they stand out. Anytime you talk to someone about anime who doesn't engage in anime, they will tell you, I know Dragon Ball, I know One Piece, I know Naruto. There's a reason they say that. Because those are the standouts, they're the grandfathers. They brought in these fucking tropes. They stand on their own.
Not only
as
does
titans.
Not only does One Piece bring out tropes, but it
started them.
Yeah.
It is what started these tropes. The tropes only exist because One Piece started
But it
them.
also punches the tropes in the face.
Right.
Luffy is nowhere near a conventional shonen protagonist.
Right. That's why he's iconic, though.
Exactly. You're
That's why.
totally right.
Yeah, and I don't even know the context, but I don't need to know because the reputation stands for itself.
And what upsets me the most, and again, I'm sorry, I won't go into a huge rant about this, but there's some claims and a negative stigma around Oda, some of which I understand. I totally understand, right? But as a majority through his whole career, Oda has tried to be inclusive. And I don't see that in any other anime.
And I super appreciate that. Well, I see it in other anime, but not anime that gets the attention.
Not Titans, and that's what I mean.
Because I think of something like Michiko to Hatchin, which most people have not watched, which is an anime that takes place in South America. So, like, you know, it's also very good.
Yeah. No, you're totally right.
Fucking watch Michiko to Hatchin. But, like, it is a thing that is, like, not prevalent in typical anime.
Right.
It doesn't get the attention the way that... Because One Piece is such a big, epic, overarching, long-standing series. And, you know, some others have been kind of in that way. The way that Berserk and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure have touched in the way that, like... Unfortunately, when it comes to, like, JoJo... a lot of the main protagonists, they originated in fucking England, of all places, where it's like, no one needs representation less than fucking England.
Wait.
But it goes all over the fucking world at a point. It's like, there are characters of color in Berserk, but the main characters are still just fucking white dudes in
Yeah.
medieval times. So, like, it's not quite the same as One Piece, where everyone is from somewhere
Yeah.
different.
I actually do want to address, I mean, big appetite, get strong, everyone fight, special secret powers, somewhat of a dunce outside of fighting intricacies, sounds like a bit like Goku.
Yeah, but they were
Understand-
coinciding.
Understand that Luffy is weak for the majority of the series. He gets fucked.
Well, in Dragon Ball Sans Z, Goku was the same way. Even in the early Z, Goku was the same way. Goku got his shit handed to him. I mean, he was really strong and had those moments, but he got his shit handed to him all the time, especially without the Z when he was a kid. But you need to understand...
Ball, natural Dragon Ball is my favorite iteration.
I agree. Just because I enjoy... It's not that they're just different. I enjoy the more
they're very
intimate...
different.
The intimate setting in Dragon Ball.
And
just
same.
that it's more down to earth, literally.
Yeah.
So, like, there are more characters that are important and have more to do. So, like, I enjoy Dragon Ball more than Z for that reason. Because in Z, it's more like an alien thing, and Earthlings are there as a group, but not necessarily as individuals.
Yeah.
That's totally different. But the point that I'm making is that One Piece and Dragon Ball coincided. They came up at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
They've both been running for fucking ever.
Yeah.
They have these similar... Goku and Luffy have some similar traits.
Yeah.
I
mean, they're even in episodes together. There's episodes of One Piece where Goku is present.
I didn't know that.
Yes, there's crossovers with
That's cool.
Goku and Luffy. And also the character, what's his name? I don't remember, but it's from a sort of cooking anime with a blue-haired character.
Cooking?
Yeah.
The only cooking anime that I know of is like Food Wars.
No.
That's
It's a very older series.
I don't know.
But anyway, it's like Toriko or
Toriko.
something. Yes.
Yeah.
There's some crossover episodes with Toriko, Dragon Ball Z, and One Piece.
I didn't know that. That's
yes. But all that I'm meaning with all of this is that Luffy in the first half, in the first 2 quarters of this, well, that's still half. Anyway, Luffy is weak. Luffy does not triumph over villains.
Neither really does Goku by himself in the
He-
beginning.
Yeah, he barely skates by.
And this is the point, is that this is the hero trope. It's not unique to Luffy or Goku. This is a thing that has been going on in storytelling as a whole since the fucking dawn of time. Since the Odyssey. It's like the people struggle. You relate to a down-to-earth guy who struggles. So, like, this is just a thing. People, they need things to overcome. That's the whole point.
Right.
And it's like Goku's whole story is based on the fucking, what's the original fucking story?
Oh, the monkey god.
Yes, of the West. Fucking help. Somebody give me the name. It's a very classic
It's
story.
Son Goku.
Yeah,
if I'm not
there's
mistaken.
another franchise that's starting now in production right now where people are like, this is just based off of Kung Fu Panda, and it's like, motherfucker, no, it's based on a classic fucking, it's Chinese, I think.
Yeah.
Story. Like, hello. So like these character tropes are not new. It's just that these two prominent titans of manga and therefore anime came about, started and persevered around the same time. So they share some similar fucking traits because of course they do. Those are heroic traits.
Yeah. Penguin says they gave him little respect with his interactions with Toriko, but Goku was just bodying their hits with no sweat.
Yeah.
But that's the point.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point, is that Luffy until recently, and I won't go into that because that's spoilers, but Luffy until recently has been weak compared to his adversaries.
Goku has a reputation because of Z, where, like, he is this fucking overpowered character. But, like, I don't think y'all remember Dragon Ball Original. You do. And I do. But, like, y'all need to go rewatch. Because Goku loses all the fucking time, dude. All the time. He's freakishly strong for a human child. But there are plenty of people on Earth that can match Goku in strength. He gets his ass handed to him. Not only in strength, but in wits. Because he is not smart.
One Piece's universe is still pretty tame compared to every other major shonen in terms of power scaling. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Z went insane with Dragon Ball.
I really love...
Flew off the handle mega fast.
I don't want to go into it too much because we need to end soon.
Well, yeah,
but
we're not going any further in the game tonight, by the way.
No, for sure.
I have to go to bed like an hour ago.
Yeah, we're just ranting now, and I'm so sorry.
No, I know. I only pressure you because, like, my job is being over demanding lately and I'm not in a good physical state. I need sleep. So like I have to go to bed within the next like 10 minutes, guys.
Yeah, no. Same with me because yeah.
Well, you wake up a little bit later than I do.
I do.
I have to get up soon. So I need to go to bed soon.
But all I'm going to say is Luffy has... If you want to talk about power scaling, which I don't like to talk about because I think it's useless in a way. Because what the fuck does it matter?
Yeah, and when you get into Dragon Ball Z, it flies off the handle like season 1. Goku still fails a lot, but it goes bananas so fast.
Yeah.
That like the reason people think of Goku as overpowered is justified because power scaling is stupid out the gate in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but like power scaling within the One Piece universe on its own is kind of a little bit misunderstood.
I can see that from what you've told me.
Because there's some characters that are represented as basically gods.
You're right.
And Luffy wins by a margin. Luffy wins by a fucking either joke or just like something he figures out in the moment. So
I love lose by stupidity, like accidental fucking stumbling into the answer. That's my favorite thing.
That happens a lot in One Piece. Hold on. One Piece is pretty good with power scaling. Nothing seems overly inconsistent. Maybe some oddities such as beating crocodile too soon.
And I have to say, when you get into specifics, that I have not seen One Piece, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah. I understand what Penguin is talking about, but all I'll say to that is I feel like it coincides with the fact that Luffy, sometimes he's stronger than his opponent. He just doesn't release it yet because he's a very carefree guy and he goes about his fights exactly how the fuck he wants to.
Yeah, and powers are really wild in One Piece from what I've seen.
They're very wild.
They're very weird.
And sometimes the powers are weak to a very specific thing, and Luffy will figure that out, or he won't.
Yeah, where you look at it and be like, that power's weird. What the hell do I do with that?
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Most of the time, though, Luffy figures it out. He figures out because he's very battle tactically smart.
Yeah, it's not as simple as punch the guy stronger.
Well, no. That's what Luffy does.
Well, okay.
He punches the guy stronger until he figures out, oh, this is what your quirk is.
But that's kind of what I mean, though.
Yeah. So basically, I don't know. I don't want to go...
Something about Dragon Ball where it's just like, literally punch the guy stronger until you win.
Yeah, Luffy
You just
is...
punch guy stronger. You're stronger than guy.
Luffy is punch the guy stronger until you figure out what his quirk is.
Or you punch guy stronger and then you lose, but because you're a Saiyajin, that means that when you lose, you become stronger. So when you're no longer beat the fuck up, you get boost. So now you punch the guy stronger. That's literally Dragon Ball Z.
That has maybe only happened once in One Piece.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my end for the end of the night because I could rant about One Piece forever.
And I would love that. But I also fucking have to work tomorrow and I'm pissed about it.
I also have to work tomorrow.
If this was like Friday or Saturday, I don't remember which day you work, Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
If this was Friday, I would be like, hell yeah, let's rant forever. It's not though.
Yeah, we gotta go to bed.
So I need to go to sleep.
Yeah, we both gotta go to sleep.
And
you have to wake up earlier than me, but...
I wanted you to get to Care Norvent, but also I am not disappointed because these conversations
are fun as fuck.
Yeah, and we would never have had them if not for y'all. So thanks for being here and giving us this fucking weeb ass rant.
Yeah.
And fucking what was it? Fucking Avril Lavigne. I haven't thought about Avril Lavigne since she came out with what was the fucking
Kitty song?
Yeah. That was the last time I ever heard about her.
Kawaii Kitty or something.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That killed me. So, thanks for that.
But that is true. Film Z of One Piece does have Avril Lavigne covering a Nickelback song.
And I made the clone joke, but a lot of people really do believe she's a clone. Y'all, whoever actually believes Avril Lavigne is a clone now, please. And I mean this without mocking intent, like from the bottom of my heart, with the most sincere fucking tone. I genuinely mean this. Please go touch grass. Go outside. No. Like, I mean it though. Get off the internet. Stop scrolling the internet. Go touch grass. Talk to other people, please. She is not a fucking clone.
She does look very young. She does look incredibly young, but some people just have good genes.
Yeah, I promise. The stuff that you're hyperfixating on is just not a thing. Please touch grass. Read a book.
She's beautiful. Avril Lavigne is a lovely person.
Get a hobby, like a hobby that is fulfilling to you. You know, like learn a language or draw or something.
I have no hobbies.
Something.
All I do is try to work and then escape work and then scroll through Instagram.
Your hobby
stories.
can be video games or looking at things on Instagram, but just get out of the conspiracy theory pipeline. It is so bad for your brain. It is putting holes in your brain. And I promise it's not real. No one is cloning Avril Lavigne, please. I say that, like, people believe this.
I know.
Like, for real, people believe this.
What should I do?
Leave her alone.
What should I do for a good save? Should I travel?
I think we probably actually need to activate the next cutscene.
Okay.
And I'll just, we're all fucking tired. That's not the right one. But that's fine, actually. This is fine. This is where we were. But we can save from here. So, just hit start. I was gonna be like, we just need to remember what happens in the next cutscene, but this is better, actually. So, like, hit start. Well, to system.
Wait, what?
Just R2 over to system. Azafel, what's up? Now that you insist so much that it isn't real, I want to believe it. No, I forgot. That's how conspiracy theorists operate. Please, it's not that deep. I promise.
Which one should I save? Or?
That one. Yes. I promise. The only conspiracy you need to know about is the fact that all politicians are bought and that lobbying is the reason why. Capitalism is a fucking grip on this country and it fucking influences policy. That's the only conspiracy that is real. I promise.
Look at Clive run in a circle.
Nobody cares that much about anything else to make a whole ass conspiracy.
I care about Clive running in a circle.
I care about Clive all the time. That's making me a little nauseous, though. No, stop that.
Okay. Hey, Sid.
Anyways, pet Torgal, please. And have a great night, guys. Look at this good boy. My conspiracy is that Torgal is your best friend and will continue to be your best friend. That Torgal, even as a puppy to now, remembers you and loves you.
That, don't you?
Look at all the different pets.
It's not even a conspiracy because, like, he literally does love you as an adult dog. So of course he remembers you. You know what? There is the odd time conspiracies turn out to be real because the FBI killed fucking MLK. And also, I don't know about the whole fucking Kennedy assassination. I don't know about that. That could have been a conspiracy for real. But we landed on the moon for real, and Avril Lavigne is not a fucking clone. The Earth is round. Please
Go
touch
away.
grass.
I'm trying to touch my dog.
The reason that I'm like, MLK was assassinated, but the FBI knew and was involved, and there's fucking evidence. That's why I know. And like, it's been proven in a court of law that there's evidence. So like, that's a conspiracy that's real. Also, fucking MK Ultra, that was real too. It just wasn't very good. MK Ultra was just fucking a mess.
That'll feel good, boy.
I'm just gonna keep petting the dog until we end.
That's it. I think that's the only other conspiracy that actually turned out to be real. Can you think of any other ones? That's all I got.
I think part of the moon landing might be a little fake.
Wait, what?
But that's just
Do you
me.
believe we didn't land on the moon?
No, I believe we did.
Okay, I was about to be like, we gotta end stream and talk about this.
I think we did land on the moon.
We did.
I think the filming might have been fake.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but like, I'm pretty sure.
I think we landed on the moon and maybe a bit of the filming was a little bit not
like,
totally real.
We have footage of space.
Yes,
so
we do.
What?
I think that is
and
real.
And it coincides with the shots we have from the moon landing.
At least the filming I've seen, the one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, that shit, I think might be a little
Well,
staged.
it might have been like propaganda that they fucking put in afterwards because obviously we were competing with Russia.
Yeah.
But like, they could have been like fucking thinking about it and crafting it at the moment that they were like, we're on the moon, we did it. The Russians aren't here, we got here first. Let's think of a thing to say. And then fucking did that after. Sure. But that doesn't mean it's a conspiracy. We landed on the moon.
Yeah, no. I completely,
It's a thing.
No. Don't get it wrong. I think we completely landed on the moon. I don't think that's a conspiracy.
Because, like, there's so many people that were involved. That's the thing about conspiracies. We're going to end after this, I swear. But, like, so many people were involved in us going to the moon.
Yeah.
By this point, someone on their deathbed even would have cracked. Yeah. Somebody would have said something. That's the thing about conspiracies, is that they don't withstand the test of time.
Yeah.
Because you need so many people to fucking hold up a fucking conspiracy.
That I completely fucking agree with. Like, when we said we landed on the moon, we landed on the moon. And like...
And that's why MK Ultra and the MLK assassination thing is come to light. To be a conspiracy, because so much time's passed. Mm-hmm. And the documents were fucking leaked, and people know about it, and people talked. Mm-hmm. That's why we know it happened.
I'm not as informed with that.
Oh, I'm gonna send you some shit, because...
Send me some shit.
MK Ultra was a fucking disastrous failure, but wild in the extent the government was involved. And...
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I pretty much assumed that the government was involved in somehow.
They just wanted to figure out if you could fucking mind control people because they wanted to get ahead of Russia. Mm-hmm. And like, fucking news alert, you can't mind control people with drugs. That's not how drugs work.
Yeah. But Yeah.
And obviously,
I'm
people
not trying
hated
to
MLK.
say if anybody gets weird about what I just said. I believe we landed on the moon. Trust me, I believe the fucking flag is up there and everything. Like...
Or at least it was. I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
Space is wild.
Exactly. So, like, I believe all of that is real. Trust me. The only thing that I question is...
The transmission?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Because I am 100% a person that is like, propaganda is a fucking powerful ass tool and we'll take advantage of it, of course. I'm like, yeah, they could have just broadcast that after the fact, sure.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I question is the broadcast.
But I mean, satellites are in fucking space, so like they could have just broadcast it from the moon. But also, it wouldn't matter either way because
it wouldn't. Exactly.
Propaganda is propaganda. Like they could have done it anywhere.
Exactly. So
Whatever.
I'm not like making this big conspiracy of anything like that.
Yeah.
It's literally just tiny details that don't matter.
Yeah, Penguin they'll be revealed when people who should be punished are gone and not withholding it through. Yeah. When they know they don't have to suffer the consequence. Why I said the deathbed thing. You can't punish them if they're already fucking dying.
Yeah.
So obviously they're gonna live with guilt or regrets and they're gonna say shit on their deathbed. Because what are you gonna do? Kill them? like that, the conspiracies fall apart when they're that big. As big as faking the moon landing. Not that that's what you said. But if something that elaborate, like somebody is gonna say something by now in 2023.
And even then, I do want to mention that, like, I don't doubt necessarily that it happened. It could have happened. I think there might be an equal opportunity for it to have been staged.
Well,
the landing itself.
Yeah, I mean
the recording of
made it more glorious than it was. Sure. I 100% am jaded enough to be like, yeah, for propaganda purposes, they could have made it way more theatrical once they landed and then broadcast it.
That's all I'm talking about.
I think it's equally as likely either way.
Yes.
They landed on the moon and did it from the moon, or they landed on the moon and did it when they got back.
Yes.
For propaganda.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Even on the moon, it's still propaganda because we were literally competing with Russia.
Yes.
At the moment. So it was like, yeah, whatever. Like,
That's the
either
only
way.
thing that I have questions about. And
It's only a question of technology.
Yes, exactly.
But we still landed on the moon.
Yeah, of course we did. That's not a thing I have a question about. Of course we landed on the moon.
Yeah. So, yeah, anyways, that's my point, is that conspiracies always fall apart in the end, which is why the ones that we know about by now.
Yep.
And the ones that we think, like, people think happened, that happened a long time ago, that no one has talked about, very likely did not happen. Because somebody would have fucking talked by now.
Mm-hmm.
Or there would be a document or something. By now, nobody is that good at a large-scale operation that is kept silent after the fact for this long.
Yep.
It doesn't happen like that.
100% I'm with you on that.
People are gonna talk.
Yep. They are.
So, if it's been this long and no one said anything, the conspiracy, it's less credible over time.
100%.
So please, all I'm saying is if you believe shit like Avril Lavigne is a clone, please touch grass.
Yeah, no. I promise.
I promise it'll be good for you.
Yeah.
She's just living her life.
She's just beautiful.
She's just being Avril Lavigne.
And has
it's not that deep.
Really lucky genes, and also...
Some people are like that. Look at fucking Araki. Anyways, I have to go to bed. I need to go to bed like 60 minutes ago.
Yep.
We'll be back. We'll be back with the Kaer Norvent mission. We will get through it, I think. We'll get through that portion of the game next time.
Sorry.
There's no reason we shouldn't get through that portion of the game next time.
Sorry we derailed a lot.
I think
partially my
I think it
fault.
worked out because I think it would have been we would have had to really like push and buckle down to get from where we were to the end of Cair Norvant without stopping for this stream. And I don't know that that's possible with a stream like ours. So I think we set it up perfectly to do this next part of the game next stream without rushing. So
Sorry,
you're
I had to pet the
so
dog
you're
again.
welcome. If you want to get to the thing with Benedicta and all that, that's the next stream for you.
Yep. Hopefully we'll do it next Wednesday.
No, I mean, well,
but
okay.
we don't know.
We don't know. I thought you were gonna say hopefully next stream. I was like, no. We'll get it next stream. I just don't know if it'll be next Wednesday. We'll see.
We don't know.
We
don't
hope,
know.
but we don't know.
There's a lot of...
Depends on our mental health, honestly.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We don't need to put it down to anything other than our mental health.
Yep.
Okay, bye. We're going to bed.
Bye.
You should too.
Yeah, you should. It's late.
Touch grass, drink water.
At least if you're in EST,
Go to bed.
It's late.
No, whatever. Even if you're not in EST, go to bed. Naps are great. Drink water, touch grass, go to bed.
Good night, beautifuls.
And pet a dog. Good night.
Pet anything.
Bye.
Bye. Hey.